Beautiful San Pedro, California. It is so great to be with you all for the second episode of the Lobster Chronicles. We're going to be giving away a lot of great stuff, and at my side is lobster hoop netter extraordinaire, Rene De Leon. Rene, how are you?
All right, Phil. How you doing, buddy?
Man, just the other day we got to renew an old friendship. In fact, I didn't even recognize who you were at first, and I felt like, wait a minute, now I remember. In fact, you were on a day, one of the most horrendous days of my life, with my son Patrick.
Yes, that was a scary day. We were all going out of MDR. Phil was on a buddy's boat. I had mine. We had
Bob Alvarez.
We had our kids, and we're just getting ready to turn the corner, and all of a sudden we turned around. You guys saw that Patrick was on the ground.
Not breathing.
Eyes rolled back. Bob turned the boat around, and we were lucky we were right there by the sheriff's station. And we went in, and you guys got him in. I was on the radio. The Coast Guard was there, and that was one of the most scariest little things that we ever had.
Absolutely.
Ever. And we didn't even start the day yet.
I know.
So
I know.
It was.
Thank God
really
we didn't, because we were so close to the sheriff's dock at Marina Del Rey.
Right there. Bob just whipped it around. You guys were right there. Officers came out, and they were right there on the dock.
Got Patrick on oxygen. By the way, everybody, this was an open boat, but it was a Santa Ana condition, and the carbon monoxide was blowing back into the boat. Patrick was like 4 years old. His lungs filled, and we didn't even realize what had happened.
We didn't even know. We didn't even know until we started. You saw him, and your other son saw him, and you just noticed that something was wrong. So it's a good thing that we got it done and got him taken care of, and he's all nice and happy.
Thank God, man.
That was very, very, very scary. So anytime you guys are on a boat, just remember, especially the gas boats, you guys got fumes back there. Kind of wait till you're going and have a lot of ventilation, because that can happen to anybody, anywhere, anytime, and it's not fun.
That is such great advice. Well, we are here for Lobster Chronicles. I have something I'm going to tell you right now, and I bet you're never going to believe me, but Brian Sanchez from ProMar's late tonight. Does that surprise you as much as What?
Oh my God.
What the heck, man?
Where is Brian?
He's never been late a day in his life. I swear to God, Renee, I told Anthony this too. He kept insisting he wanted to schedule the show for 5:30, and I started telling everybody it's at 6 tonight.
Yeah.
And then I go, no, he's not going to be late for the fourth time in a row, is he?
Oh, Sugar Bear, we love him.
But, we've got Renee here. He's a great hoop netter. He'll carry us until Brian shows up, because Brian's the guy with the giveaway. So we definitely need him here tonight.
Brian is the guy with the giveaways. Yeah. Brian is the guy with the giveaways. So.
Have you fished lobster since the season started?
No, not yet.
Have you talked to buddies who did or anything?
Yes. I talked to my buddy Pablo. He went out to the island, and he got about 14 or 15 lobster, a lot of shorts.
Yeah.
A lot of shorts.
Catalina seems to have a lot of shorts sometimes, doesn't
it?
Yeah.
Yes. And Justin Petrell, he was out there, and he was in his little spot. The one thing that Pablo did say is that there was a lot of divers, there was a lot of people around. And when you guys are hoop netting, please have etiquette. You guys, come on. He's saying that there was guys that were dropping nets like 10 feet away from his. There was divers out there. Now you got to give the divers a little berth, but try to find your own spot.
That's the fun of it anyway, right?
Yeah, get away from them. You might get them, you might not. But stay away from the crowd, especially when there's divers in the water. That's not fun. Things can go south real quick.
Yeah, that's really good advice. We're going to be talking more to Renee about that. And again, Brian will be joining us. Before we do, I want to ask you to hit that like button, share these videos everywhere. Make sure you subscribe to the Friedman Adventures YouTube channel, and tick that rotten, filthy, disgusting, deplorable little bell. You'll be notified when there's new content. We're also over there on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. And as I said, Brian will be here from ProMar Ahi. and he will be giving away some free stuff. And the fact that he's late, he ought to double that up, right, everybody?
He's got to double.
Yeah,
it.
man.
He'll hook you guys up.
Yeah,
ProMar are great products. Great products. Don't leave the dock without them. They have a lot of research and a lot of people using them. I mean, they're the premier equipment on the West Coast here. So go and get yours. If you don't have it, go get it.
All right.
On the website.
And you can put in FA at checkout and get 15% off anything, not just lobster gear, but anything for the time being, 15% off at checkout. Put in FA. I'm going to read some comments in a moment, but let me just mention that we have a raffle coming up on Tackle Shop Confessions. That will be October the 13th. We are raffling off a Makyra 16 with a 7'6" UC Viper rail rod. Those combined $1,500 value.
Sweet.
You get a ticket for $20 or 7 tickets for $100, and that helps all our efforts in Mexico, everything we're doing south of the border. And also backing that up is a Rain Shadow 7'6" blank, rated at 50 to 130 pounds for all of you. Well over $2,000 in value for a $20 bill. You'd be stoked to win one of those.
That's sweet.
And both custom wrapped by
Wow.
Z Custom Rods and Chuck Zimmer. Oh, I guess I'll commit to this right now, Renee. Will you back me up on this?
I got you.
And also in this will be some ProMar lobster gear. I don't know what it's going to be, but let me tell you, I will let him have it when he shows up if he doesn't come up with something for this raffle too.
We'll hook
Brian,
it up.
you're going to pay dearly for this. Hey, let me read a couple comments here, Renee, and then I'm going to ask you a few questions before Brian shows up about lobster hoop netting. And before I do, let me ask this, because we got this super moon thing coming up, full moon. Daphne was on a previous show, and she said, do lobster crawl better on the full moon? Is there any rhyme or reason to that?
As far as I've seen, there is not really any correlation with the moon phases or the tidal phases. Usually what we've been seeing is the weather phases where like if there's a lot of rain, they don't like it, but they go on the feed. When they're spawning later on in the year or at the beginning of the year, that's when they're out and roaming around. Right now, so far from what we've seen, they are crawling. Justin was over at the island the other night, and with all the shorts, and he got his limits. He pulled out at least 380 lobster.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's including the shorts and his limits.
That's amazing, though.
So there was quite the most I saw in one of his hoop nets were, I would say, I think it was like 27 lobster in it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and out of them, he probably got maybe 2 or 3 keepers.
Yeah.
The rest of them were short.
But still.
Yeah, so, and you guys got to measure them. Measure your lobsters. Don't dump them on the deck, because if you dump them on the deck, when you get them, you're in possession. So keep them in the net, measure them. They're not up to par, throw them overboard.
So let me clarify that. Can you have the net on the deck?
You can have the net on the deck,
and they're still in the net.
Right.
Okay.
As long as they're still inside the net.
Which means you need to have that ProMar lobster gauge, right?
You got to have your ProMar lobster gauge. Now, if you're not sure and they look like they're right there on the button, don't even take a chance.
Yeah.
Throw it overboard. That's called the clicker. You don't want to have that ticket, because if it's a click, it's going to be a ticket.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And another thing worth pointing out is you have to have a lobster gauge on your person, correct?
Pretty much each person should have a lobster gauge. So anytime that the fishing game come on board you have your lobster gauge there. Make sure you have your lobster tickets filled out before you even leave the dock. Not the quantity of lobster you got, but where you're at and what kind of equipment you're using. So you got to have that done. The other thing is each boat is allowed 10 hoop nets. If a guy goes out by himself, he's only allowed 5, but you have another guy coming on, you allow 10. And here's another thing. ProMar has, and I'm sure you guys know, they have that dip net that we use for squid when we're out there raising up squid, and we can throw that hoop net in the water. It's a round hoop net with the nylon mesh on it. Do not have that on board your boat if you have hoop nets for lobster, because Fish and Game will count that as a hoop net, and if you have 11 of them on there, they'll count that one hoop net as 11. You only need 10. Just use the ProMar ambush. You're good. You're good to go. So keep that one at home.
All right, very good. Great advice from Renee. Everybody, don't forget, I'm going to get to all your comments here in a moment. Hey, I've got a guy who's got a tuna question before Brian gets here.
Sure.
Let me answer that. So, In the Boat Fishing says he hates to be the guy on Lobster Chronicles asking a question about fishing, but where are these yellowfin tuna and bluefin tuna? I'm on a 1.5-day trip on the Cortez. Do you know the boat? Yes, I do. Jim Hughes runs that, Rambo, and he's got some backup guys that are great. What tips can you give me offshore right now? So, number one, I will highly recommend that you watch our show tomorrow that's going to air. We were just on the Apollo. We fished Cortez Bank. We go through all of what you need to know to catch fish. I'll give you some of that right now before we get going, but you can go on Friedman Adventures on YouTube, click on shorts, and there's several shorts about how to choose a good bait, what kind of tackle to use, all of that. The entire show will air tomorrow around 4 p.m., something like that. I think it's a 2-hour show, but we go through the whole thing with you. 25-pound fluorocarbon, a smaller wire hook, worked really, really well, circle hook, and not only choosing a hot bait, but changing it regularly. Bluefin like a bigger bait that has all its scales and that really swims well. And if you don't get a bite right away, change it and do a new bait. There's fish down the Baja coast, down there 55 miles. Some of these full day guys out of San Diego were on both yellowfin and bluefin tuna. And there's fish all the way down the Baja Peninsula, depending upon where you shop. Jeff Lingle was down at 200 miles, and he had a really good hit on yellowfin and bluefin down there, or he has been having that on a regular basis. At 167 miles yesterday, a wahoo and the American Angler, a big eye tuna, caught in that same vicinity shortly thereafter. So there's a nice stretch to this. Fish out there in Cortez are mostly 10 to 30. It seems like most of the fish are that great, but we got to stop at night on fish that were in the 60 to 180 pound class. Nice. Johnny Garma had a 180 pounder at night. So I hope that gets you in the right direction there. Highly recommend In the Boat Fishing that you go watch our shorts. There's some great stuff up there for you right now, tackle tip wise, and the entire episode will air tomorrow. So please check that out. I think that will really, really help you. All right, we got a ton of people asking questions, and you're the lobster expert, so let's go, man. You never know with Brian Sanchez. He may never even show up tonight. What's your bet? Give me 6 o'clock, I say, is the over.
All right. I was going to say 5:55, but...
What are you going to bet? Over or under? 6 o'clock.
Over.
There's really?
Yeah.
A half hour late. Brian, what is wrong with you? Just kidding. All right, let's get into it. Addicted to... the under. We just got screwed, man. Oh, my God. Come on in here. Everybody is waiting for you. And I'm not going to be able to pick on you anymore, which is very disappointing. Why? So I got you down for $1 million in raffle prizes on our October 13th trip, and you're giving away just copious amounts of stuff tonight. Do I have that right?
I have a few giveaways.
Hey, let me put the mic on you, because you seem a little softer spoken than me. And since you're late, I'll probably be yelling at you tonight anyway. Right. Should I? Is that okay with you?
Yeah, that will make it easier.
All right. And then point it over here.
That's his mighty bicep, everybody.
All right.
There we go.
Brian Sanchez, it's good to see you.
Good to see you.
We got Renee here. He's been filling in beautifully for you.
Perfect.
Outside, we have a gentleman named Mitchell who hoop netted off the jetty in Newport Beach or Dana Point.
Oh, nice.
And he creamed him. He got his limits.
Nice.
Yeah,
off the jetty.
A lot of people don't realize you don't need a boat to go hooping. You can literally go off of the piers. You can go off of the jetty. Well, I don't know if you can go off the jetty legally, but I'm pretty sure you can. Anywhere that you're allowed to fish is, I'm pretty sure we were able to hoop net. One thing to consider is when you're on a pier, to my understanding, to my knowledge, the way that it works is you want to have a maximum of 2. Because technically it's considered one of your pieces of gear for fishing.
Okay.
So it's kind of like when you have a rod. right? You can have only 2 rods when you're on a pier.
Yes.
You can only have 2 pieces of. So if you
As
have a
opposed
rod,
to 5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
correct. So if you're on the pier and you have, let's just say, 1 rod in the water, you're allowed 1 hoop net. But if you have 2 hoop nets in the water, you're not allowed a rod.
Yeah.
So it's only 2 pieces of fishing gear in total. So,
All right, I'm totally confused now. Thank you for
yeah,
that.
perfect.
All right, addicted to. You want me to read a couple comments?
Yeah. So
Or do you, go ahead.
The way we're gonna do the giveaway.
Yeah. What are we doing?
Yeah. So I got 3 gift packs to give away. It's gonna include a hat, sweater, shirt, gloves, and a lobster gauge.
Woo!
Yeah.
Man, it was worth waiting for him.
Yeah.
You said screw it.
We said Santa.
Yeah, I know. So
Wow.
I got 3 of those to give away today, and we're gonna base it off of comments. So leave a comment, ask a question. Questions are obviously gonna be the easiest ones for us to go through. But as soon as there you go. We got him in the back right there. He's
Anthony?
Yeah, we got
He's
Anthony
monitoring.
in the back.
So but who's going to pick the winners?
We will.
Okay, so are you going to say, "Hey, Anthony, I love that
I was
answer"?
thinking I could just give you a number.
Yeah, just give me a
and then
number.
You guys pick a number, and then I'll tell you who won.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go. All right, yeah.
Oh, it's going to be
Yeah.
random.
Yeah, random.
random.
I want it
So-
to be as random as possible.
It could be like a moronic question, and the guy could win.
Yeah.
Michael, you're in. Michael Lemon's got a chance tonight. Just kidding. All right. Should I ask ask you some of these questions?
Yeah, let's hear
just
them.
get into this whole nonsense right now. Thanks for joining us for Lobster Chronicles. It's great. ProMar Ahi sponsoring this great show. And it's always great spending time with these 2 guys. Now, I hope you're going to come back, Renee, in the
Be a
future
pleasure.
with
Yes,
Brian.
yes.
That'll be great.
We'll see. No.
Addicted to Fishing says, let's get some bugs. We're all about that, man.
Yeah. I want to know how everybody did this weekend. How was opener?
That's a great question. Hey, let us know, please.
Yeah, I want to know how was opener. How'd you guys do? What was the biggest bug you got this weekend? And not only that, I also want to know the numbers and drop them in the chat so that I can have them as well.
You mean the location?
I want the location. I want the numbers. on
Nobody's
the
going
back.
to give you that. They're going to fake you out. But yeah, send them out there to, San Nicolas Island. Isaac says, good evening. Salty Rod 365 says, what's up? How's everybody doing? Let's eat some sea roaches. Man, is there
Yes.
anything better than a sea roach? I love lobster, man.
Yeah, no,
so
that's
good
awesome.
to eat. And I don't know, have you looked into the price of local lobster? It was $50 a pound
Last year, I saw it reach up to like $60.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was crazy.
63
I mean,
bucks.
me and him checked it out, and it was about 63, like you
Yeah.
said, dollars, and that's what it was about. Crazy. It's
So-
absolutely
And they're
insane.
little.
Yeah,
they're little
tails,
things.
too. They're really. I don't know how they do their measurements, but they got to be legal.
I'm no mathematician,
Yeah.
but it sounds like if you get 10 pounds of lobster, if you caught a limit of lobster, you got an easy 10 pounds of lobster. That's $600+
Yep.
worth
Yeah.
of langosta.
Yeah. No.
This pays for itself really quick.
yeah,
right?
No, it really does.
Yeah.
One thing, and this is something I kind of wanted to reiterate because I saw a lot of people, especially over the weekend. A lot of people were hitting me up and they were like, hey, I only got like 5 lobsters for the trip. And what am I doing wrong? I only got 6 lobsters. There was like 5 of us, or there was like 3 of us on the boat. And I'm like, dude, 6 lobsters is not bad. I think a lot of people get caught up in the social media aspect of things and they're like, oh, well, if I'm not getting limits, I'm doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Right? To an extent, obviously, we always want to shoot for limits. We always want to have the most that we can. But if you're getting 6 lobsters or 1 limit for, 2-3 people, like you're still doing a lot better than most and you're still doing really well. You got to look at it in the terms of the value, right? Like if you're catching, like he said, 10 pounds worth of lobster, 12 pounds worth of lobster, just multiply that by 50. Is that worth your trip? Yes or no? And a lot of these lobsters out here, you'll get full off of one, You're fine.
Yeah.
So
And you're not even considering the whole adventure of doing this. That's the
exactly.
fun part about
It's
it.
fun.
You go
Right?
out there, you
Fun.
have fun. Me and Renee, this is my buddy, by the way. I remember last episode I mentioned that he's the #1 lobster captain. We don't catch a lot of bugs together, but we have a lot of good times together.
It's fishing. No matter what you
Yeah.
guys do, it's fishing.
Yeah.
You're gonna hook them one day and hook them all the time, and then there's another day where you're just enjoying the scenery
Yeah.
and soaking in the sun.
Yeah.
Want to
there's
buy
no
a lot
sun
of
at
bait
night,
and stuff. but-
Well, you can
It's
watch
just
the
fishing.
Elon Musk rocket
There
ships
you
go
go.
over
Oh
there.
yeah, we can watch that too.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's go back to some more comments here. Robert Graber says, good afternoon, Phil and Renee, the Friedman Adventures family fanatics. Happy Lobster Chronicle Monday.
Nice.
I
There
like
it
the
is.
sound of
There
that,
it
don't
is.
you? Rob S. says, I watched the bait barge episode, live bait, the best in seal-proof bait cages. thought those were good for stinky dead bait.
So it's like we mentioned in the video, you want to have dead bait, but you want to have live dead bait. What I mean by that is the fresher the bait, the better. And the reason is, and you have some people who say, you know, well, they're giving off electrical impulses, and so as those bait are dying, it's attracting them, right? That's what the feelers are for. Then you have other people who say, it doesn't really matter, I use salmon, I use all that. Like I mentioned in the last one, I've had success all around. I think personally, one thing that he said in the video that really struck me is you want to target them with their natural, you know, food sources, which is anchovies, which is sardines, which is the stuff that Mike on the bait barge carries. So it is important to use those types of more closely related baits that you're going to find naturally that they're already feasting on, right? It's going to be something familiar compared to, you know, I've heard cat food last week.
Right.
We heard a few
All
different
kinds of weird stuff, right?
Yeah, a lot of weird things out there. So, I mean, those things might work, and obviously
Chicken.
it's going to still attract things, but, you know, the natural forage really helps. So
100%. And, you know, that show got a lot of views and people really loved it. We're going to have to do more of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I enjoy visiting with Mike. Anyway.
Yeah,
That was
Mike's a
fun.
good guy.
Yeah,
He's a
we
good
should
guy.
do some
Take
more
care of
fish.
Mike.
Yeah.
He's our bait barge guy. Take
Yep.
care of him.
Yeah, he's a great guy. Yeah, absolutely, Renee. Thank you for that. Robert Graver is pleading with you to hit that like button so this guy doesn't break into tears tonight. Susan Sosa joins us. Susan, always great to see you. Hello, Phil. Can you tell me the basics of hooping? Do I need a license? How many lobster do you use for limits? How long do you leave the net stand? Can we do an A to Z kind of thing
Yeah.
for our dear friend Susan?
Yeah, so let me see the basics. What do you need a license? Well, let's go through the gear. The most important thing that you're going to need is your ProMar gear. You're going to need your hoop net, which is pretty much the foundation. That's the base. Then you're going to have your line, which is your rope, which is going to lead to the top. That line is going to lead to a buoy. And that buoy is going to sit up there, and it's going to have a little bit of excess line on there. You want to weigh that line down, and the best way to do so is having a line weight. On the buoy, you're going to want two markers. One is going to be a reflective tape, and the other one's going to be like a glow stick, which last week, as I mentioned, I'm going to preach it again this week. It's better to get those rechargeable ones. It's better to get the battery-powered ones. Stop creating waste in the ocean. It's unneeded. We can move away from that. We have enough technology where we can move away from that nowadays, you know?
Good stuff.
And then, once you have all that set up, you also need the bait cages and the bait. That's really all you need to hoop, right? I would say 2-3 people in there so you guys don't get tired. One person's watching the water, another person's manning the boat, and the other person's pulling the hoops, right? And you guys are all working as a team. Switch between those roles except for captain. Obviously, the captain should remain captain throughout the entire night, but switch between those roles sporadically so that you don't get tired of what you're doing. Next, the best thing that you want to do is, yes, you do need a license. You need 2 licenses. You need your fishing license and you need a lobster report card. You do not need a fishing license if you're under the age of 15, but if you are over the age of 15, which I'm assuming most of us are, it's going to need a license for fishing and a license for lobster, and you need to make sure you have a good pen that can write on top of that report card so that when you do it, it's going to
Doesn't
be
smudge.
it doesn't smudge. It's going to be legible, so when they board you, you're going to be able to show them the paperwork and they're going to be happy. Next, you want to keep 7 lobsters per person. That is the absolute max. You want to make sure that they're 3 1/4 inches long on the carapace. The carapace, I wish I would have brought an example, is literally just the top shell. So you have the tail, and then there's a section where it splits between the tail and the carapace. The carapace goes from there to the horns. In between the horns, between the eyes, that's where you're going to want to put one section in and clip that in essentially, and then you're going to want to put it down. If it goes over the carapace, then you're fine. If it goes past the carapace, you're not fine. It is not a legal size lobster. Do not keep it. If you have to question it, it's probably not legal. You don't want to keep it.
Renee said if it's close, toss it back. Sage advice.
Yeah, if it's close, toss it back. You don't want to risk it. There's no point. It's a very expensive fine. It's going to cost you more in fines than it does in the gear that you use if you are keeping short lobsters.
Plus, they may take your gear too.
Plus, they might take your gear, yeah. So,
Anything else that Susan needs to know about this whole process?
I
The
mean,
A to Z?
when you're looking
one
for,
really important thing that I think you've left out is
Yeah.
she wants to tune into Lobster Chronicles
yeah,
every single
and
week.
you want to tune into Lobster Chronicles. We have all the information that you'll need.
Well, you said that with a straight face. I can't
No, I
believe
mean it. Yeah, no, I mean you guys.
I do too.
Yeah, we're gonna have more guests. Obviously, we have Renee today, and hopefully next week we'll have somebody else that'll be able to come in and share some more information with you guys. We work with a lot of pro staffers and a lot of affiliates that would be more than happy to share their their inside details on how they do things. And hopefully next week I could bring some gear so I can
let's do
show
that.
it in person.
Yeah,
well,
I
we
should've done
plan
that.
to go out on Renee's boat and do some lobster hooping. So it's gonna be pretty fun when we all get to go out.
Yeah.
All right, I can't wait. We're going to do a live show, right?
Yeah,
we'll do a live
That's
one.
going to be bitching.
Yeah.
That's going to be fun. Hey, a question about the raffle tonight.
Yeah.
Do the people have to be present in the chat to win, or if they ask a question and they take
Well,
off?
they're gonna have to be present because at the end of the show,
Yeah.
when we're announcing the winners,
If they don't respond,
if you don't
we
respond,
move on?
We move on. Yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah. So you better, if you're asking questions now, you better wait to the end.
Yeah, all
You
right.
know?
So if you've asked a question, you're automatically in the raffle. We're going to give away 3 gift packs tonight
Yeah.
with...
It's gonna be a hat, a sweater, a shirt, a pair of gloves, and a lobster gauge. So that's over $120 worth of value, right there.
Man, how
So-
can you beat that?
Yeah.
And all you have to do is ask a question, and then Anthony has that, and then we're going to pick a number randomly. But you have to respond back in the chat and say, yeah, I'm here. Thank
Yeah.
you. We'll give you a minute. And if you don't respond, we're moving on. 1 minute.
Yep.
So stay tuned because this is only going to get crazier as we go along. Great question. Susan, thank you so much for being here. Live Free, Die Free says, good evening, gentlemen. Salty Rod 365. Never been out for lobster. Are the open party boats participating in this yet?
I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I think that's more of a question for Phil, but I do know that they participate every year. There's always party boats that go out. There's like the Gale Force, the Amigo. Who
The
else?
Alicia had a
The
big
Alicia,
day
yeah.
yesterday down in San Diego.
Oh, yeah, the Alicia, Kevin.
He had a
yeah,
great
he's-
day yesterday. I think he had close to 140 keepers.
I heard he pulled up one net that had like 20 in there.
Wow. Yeah. And there's
So-
several other guys. In fact, Woody over there at, hey, Anthony, what's the name of that? Woody, I'll remember here in a little bit. Full Spectrum Sportfishing. Full Spectrum Sportfishing out of Huntington Harbor.
Yeah.
He goes and he does a fantastic job. We're going to go with him one night. Maybe you guys can come with us.
Oh,
Yeah,
We'll go have
that'd
some
be great.
fun with Woody.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of guys out there, and yes, this is the real deal. And just to kind of comment on what both these guys have said, when I was first asked to go lobster hoop netting, I was like, like that. And by the time I got off the trip, I'm like, I will definitely do that again. I loved it. It was so much fun. I mean, just being out there on the water and the adventure of it all. And when the lobster net, you guys probably know better than me because you've been doing it longer, when it just gets in your vision and you're going like, whoa,
yeah.
it looks like it's got a, whoa, your anticipation.
Dude, it's
Yeah.
that's the most exciting part. I'll lean over. I get seasick, but I'll lean over and I'll stare right down into the water and I'm pulling on that thing and I'm looking. And it's always funny because we have a red buoy that sits on the bridle to keep the bridle out of the hoop. And we have that and it sits right up top, and so that's red and it kind of has that same lobster red. So
Yeah.
every time I see it, it always tricks my eyes. But as soon as I get past that and I start seeing more red, oh man, it's exciting. It's like it's like a kid in a candy store. My eyes just widen up and I start getting super excited.
He said move the mic closer, so or I'm just going to turn it toward you there.
There, yeah, you got a stronger voice than I do.
Yeah, I do. All right, let's get back to the great questions here because we are thoroughly enjoying having you all with us. Over 40 people live with us right now and a ton of participation out there. We deeply appreciate that. All right, let's see. Where are
We
we?
only have 18.
What's that?
We only have 18 comments from different people.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Lisa says, "What's up, Brian and Renee?" Do you know Lisa?
Yeah, Lisa.
Yeah,
I was
what's up,
supposed
Lisa?
I was supposed to go on the trip with them this past weekend on Saturday. She went out. Actually, she recently went out this Saturday.
Yeah.
They got over 400 lobsters.
400 lobsters.
Yeah, obviously
Wow.
not all
Yeah.
legals, but 400.
But still,
And they went out to Catalina and they had a killer time. That was on Captain Justin Buttrell's boat, so that was super fun.
Justin Petrell doing
Yeah,
it again.
dude, 400 plus lobster, and you could see it on. They had a stream. They have a video of it, and they were pulling up like 20 at a time. Yeah,
Yeah, they were
20
doing it
at
live.
each hoop. They average 18 per hoop. Which is
Man,
crazy.
that is just fantastic.
Yeah.
Lisa, thank you for joining us. Dan Lightfoot, do you know who that is?
No.
Crazy guy, let me tell you, man. He's got a big white mustache. I like to pull on it for good luck. I do it all the time. Dan Lightfoot, when fishing the jetty for lobsters, can you use 5 nets if you're by yourself? And that's an excellent question. You kind of covered it.
I
but
already covered it.
Let's
yeah.
do that again.
You want to make sure, again, you're allowed 2 fishing poles when you're fishing off of a pier or off of a jetty, right? And that's going to continue on in this aspect. So if you are using hoop nets, that is considered one piece of fishing gear. It is going to cover one of your rods. So if you're using a rod in the water and you have a hoop net, then those are your 2 fishing articles. If you're going to use 2 hoop nets, then you're only allowed 2 hoop nets, but the max will always be 2. So make sure whenever you're doing it, you're balancing it as properly as possible. That is as confusing as it gets to explain, but hopefully you guys kind of get the gist of it, and you guys can kind of understand, like, all right, cool, now I do want to go off of the pier, or I do want to go off the jetty, and I can only have 2 hoop nets on me at that time. And if I have a line in the water, I can only have 1 hoop net in at that time. So.
All right, good stuff. I see Mitchell deleting videos right now, so I think he understands it perfectly.
Perfect.
Yeah. By the way, everybody, if you're tuning in for Tackle Shop Confessions, Sam is out fishing here this evening, so we are filling in with this great news show here on the Friedman Adventures YouTube channel, and we are so happy to have you all with us. It's really, really great. All right, Lisa's stoked to be here. Salty Rod 365 is just happy to be here also. The SpaceX launch last night was awesome. It was. I watched it with my grandson Bo, and that was a lot of fun. Let's boil some bugs. What's your favorite way to eat bugs? As long as
I've said this
Salty
last
Rod,
week.
go ahead.
I said this last week. I love to smoke them. Throw them on the Traeger, and I like leaving them on there for about an hour, hour and a half, going at about $1.80 or like 200, somewhere around that range. I don't remember off the top of my head. I want to say it's 125 when they're internally done. Don't hold me to that. Go check it yourself. Ask Grok, ask Google, ask ChatGPT before you do it. But whatever it is, I usually have a thermometer. I keep it in there and I check it, and I make sure that they're fully up to temp. If they're fully up to temp, I pull them off, and then I throw them on the grill a little bit, and I kind of just sear them so that they have some color on them. Renee makes them really delicious. He cooks up some mean meals. Dude.
Renee?
Yeah.
Let's hear a good recipe.
Yeah, I cut my lobsters in half. I have the old school barbecue, so I have the briquettes in there. I'll have my wood chips in there, and when I have my lobsters prepared, I'll put a little lobster butter on top. I'll put a little paprika on top, a little parsley, and I grill them shell side down first. And then after about maybe 5 minutes, I'll flip them back over, put them down on the grill, let them cook for about another 3 to 4 minutes, 5 minutes, and pull them off. Let them sit a little bit, and they'll continue to cook. But once you're done, all you do is get your fork, get some more butter, and have your time of your life when you're eating them, because it's sweet.
Oh yeah, they're sweet.
That's
the cool thing.
sweet.
They are super sweet.
Even the big ones. People say that the big ones are not good. That's a bunch of
You
crock.
calling BS on that? I do too.
It's crock. 'Cause,
No, they're the best.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
some
you
of the
know
biggest
what?
ones are the sweetest ones you got.
Yeah. And
They're
they have
very
even more
sweet.
meat. Obviously, when you're doing the bigger ones, you want to make sure that you're getting all the meat. So the leg meat is really important to not miss. And then the knuckles too, like the knuckles where they hold the antennas.
On the antennas.
Don't miss out on that meat too. On the smaller ones, you're not going to get a whole lot. You can still try to get it out of there. But on the larger ones, like 5-pounders and plus, yeah, you're not going to want to forget the knuckles, and you're not going to want to forget the legs.
Great participation. So many questions coming in. Lots of people watching. We're stoked to have you with us. Great guys here. Our experts are absolutely awesome. Let's go to Lisa. And she's got a great question. Lisa said, can you hoop for lobster in the daytime?
That is a great question. I'm not sure. I'm going to say yes, you're
I
allowed.
think you can, yeah.
Yeah. I think it's just, obviously.
Is it effective or not?
Yeah,
That's the question.
Is it effective? And I don't know. I've never done it, and every time I ask people, it's the same answer, right? If you go during the day, there's too much light out. That light is going to scare those bugs and keep them underneath the rocks that they're hiding in, keeping them underneath the structure that they're hiding in. And if they're hiding and they don't feel safe to crawl, they're not going to want to come out and look for food, right? They're nocturnal. That's why we do it at night. That's when they feel safest. I said this last week, but if you want to eat a bug, if you want to eat those lobsters, so does the sea lion, so do the bass, so do everything else that's down there in the bottom of the ocean. The octopus,
they love 'em.
everything, yeah. So something to keep in mind. You could do it. Are you going to be successful? Probably not. But you might be the only person who does it, and you might end up being successful and turns into something that people do during the day too. So.
Yeah, Lisa, go for it. Let us know how you do. Best
Yeah.
of luck on that. Quintine Trachia says, can you set up a newbie with a kit that would cover all the bases to get started? That's a really good question.
That is a great question, and I'm going to do that tomorrow. So
Really?
I'll make that tomorrow. And remember, 15% off using code FA.
Thank you.
Off of the ProMar-Ahi.com website. So I will do that for you guys, and I'll get you guys. It'll be a deal in and of itself, and then you guys can add that extra 15% on top of that. That's actually something that we've talked about in the office.
Yes.
Is setting it up, because there's so many newbies that call us and are like, hey, what do I do? What do I get? And I sit there and I love guiding them. I love giving them all the information. I love showing them the resources that we have to offer and connecting them with the right people. And then at the end of the day, obviously, if we can streamline that process even more so that more people can feel inclined to get out there and hoop. Because I feel like sometimes people are afraid to, like, call in. I don't like calling in.
Yeah, right.
I hate talking to people.
Yeah, I can tell.
You can't see that?
No, but I hate talking to people when it's, like, for my own stuff. Like, if I got to call in for, like, anything, I'm like, how do I go about this?
Yeah, right. Who do I talk
Yeah,
to?
who do I talk to? Who do I call? Like, we want to make it as easy as possible. So make sure if you guys have questions, anything hooping related, anything lobster related, send us an email, info@promarahi.com, or give us a call. That's 310-515-8881, 310-515-8881. That's Monday through Friday up until 5 p.m. is pretty much the cutoff time. But if you call in, you're going to either talk to me or Jesse, and we'll help you guys out and give you guys all the information you guys need. Obviously not the spots. Some of those spots are key to me or key to Renee or key to some of the captains we work with. But I'll give you guys the detailed information of where you need to kind of go in terms of like location and also what to look for on your graphs, right? And I think that that's something I would love to bring somebody in here who can show you guys what to look for on those graphs, because it's important that you're dropping in the right areas. If you drop it out in the middle of the ocean in the middle of the night, you're probably not going to get anything. But if you find the right location, the right spot, and you're dropping it in the right like area, you're going to get some good luck. And that's really what's important. So.
All right, and you can drop a comment and let us know how the audio is. I saw a couple more of you.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think it's
yeah.
better now.
Okay,
I think
cool.
it's better, but let us know if we can improve that for you. Great questions, great answers. What can I tell you, man? This is fantastic, and it just keeps going on and on. Boys, there's another 30 questions here.
Beautiful.
We're going to be here for a little while, and
No,
I don't
that's
mind.
fine. That's fine.
We
with me.
love
cool.
it, man.
Yeah.
Halibut Man. You know who Halibut Man is?
No, I don't.
He's
but-
a guy, every single time he gets a video or any information, first thing he does is he sends it right to me because he knows I need that kind of information.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
believe that?
I-
That's him right there. He never sends me anything. Like, hey, last week I caught a 462-pound bluefin tuna. Oh, yeah. You know what I do for a living, Mitchell? Anyway, Mitchell was out, and he limited out on the Dana Point Jetty Friday. He's here. I think
Oh,
we're going to bring
nice.
him up in a little while.
Yeah, that would be
maybe
nice.
able to show because
Give us
we'd like to
somebody to-
pick his brain. Unless you want to bring him up right now, and
Whenever, yeah.
yeah,
I mean, if
maybe
you want
when
to
we can mic you up. 'cause,
Yeah.
and then one of us can get out of here for a second. Probably,
Yeah.
You'll probably want to throw me off again. But he was just out. So I was so stoked when I saw the video of what he did.
Yeah.
On his first pull, he had 6 lobster with a keeper. Ended
Oh, my
up
God.
with limits fishing on the jetty. Everybody out
Nice.
there thinks you got to be on a boat.
No, you
and
do
he's
not.
proving that all wrong.
Well, it's funny because when you're going on those boats, you're like, how can I get as close to the rocks as possible? Well, the closest you can get is by being on them, right? So go out there and just do it. You know what I mean? It's a little bit more treacherous. You want to be careful. Obviously, you're using some heavy gear when you're out on those rocks, and it can get kind of slippery. So it's good to be cautious about that. And then also when you're pulling them up, you want to make sure that you're not like dragging them up against a rock and getting them snagged. But it is 100% possible, and it is 100% recommended. If you want to go lobster hooping, you don't have access to a boat, you still have access to lobster. Don't forget that.
yeah, 100%. And
Yeah.
the adventure is still there, right? When you
Oh,
do that,
yeah,
Renee.
yeah.
Yep. Bugs love structure.
Yeah.
And if he's going off the jetty like that, that is so much structure.
Yeah.
So much hiding spot. And
Yeah.
when they go and get a whiff of all those little anchovies and those sardines that are squeezing out all their little love juice, they're going to be coming running because they're all over hanging out in there.
I mean, dude, I've gone fishing at night, and I'll see, lobsters poking their little antennas out.
Oh,
of the
yeah.
water. So obviously, if you're seeing them when you're fishing, they're still there when the season comes around. They don't leave when the season comes.
100%.
Yeah, I've seen them on the docks and stuff. So
Can I just give you a little piece of advice?
what's that?
Don't say love juice in front of Dan. He gets way too excited. Look at him. He's already jumping up and down. Scares the hell out of me when you do that, man. All right, good stuff. Great questions. And Halibut Man, Mitchell, who's sitting right here, he was using Cuda heads and tuna guts
Oh, there you
and
go.
head chunks. He had only 2 empty pools, and he had a giant moray eel in one of the
Really?
pools. So, I mean, that's cool. You got to admit,
That's
man,
pretty.
fun
How'd you?
stuff.
I want to know how he got it out.
We're gonna
Yeah,
get
we
him in
gotta,
there.
we gotta
Yeah,
talk about that one.
don't go anywhere, everybody, because Mitchell Halibut Man will be joining us,
Yeah.
and he's going to share some of his information on how to do it on the jetty, and it will not have anything to do with love juice. Let me tell you, how to do it on the jetty. That's coming up. Don't forget 3 great prizes tonight that this man
Yes.
and ProMar Ahi are giving out. Brian, why don't you tell everybody one more time? You got to be on the show. You got to be in the live chat.
So every question that you guys ask, every comment you guys leave is going to enter you in. There's going to be a random number pulled at the end, and we're going to pick 3 winners. You have to be there because when we're announcing those winners, you're going to have 60 seconds, 1 minute to respond and pretty much be like, hey, I'm here. And then you'll obviously send us a DM and we'll get you situated. And pretty much just going to need your email, and then I'll reach out to you guys outside and get all your information. But all you got to do is be here, ask a couple questions, be interactive, put some likes out there, and obviously just keep watching. That's really what it is. I love doing this. This is really fun.
It's a fun show, man.
No, it's
it
super,
already
yeah.
has taken off. It's got
Yeah.
great viewership, and it's we're building here, man. It's getting better and better
Yeah.
and better.
Yeah.
Robert Graber wants to know, how many scoops of bait do you take when you go lobster hoop netting?
Well, when we go, we usually get about 2 scoops of bait, and that kind of lasts us for the whole night.
Do you keep it alive or throw it in a bucket? Or what?
I have 2 bait tanks on my boat, so we utilize one tank with all the bait in it, and then the other tank we have it filled up. So when we get our lobsters, we
keep them
put
in
those
there.
in there, and by the time we get back to the dock, we have fresh live lobster. But yeah, we just use that one tank for our bait, and they stay alive.
It depends on how long you're planning to stay out. Obviously, if you're planning to stay out there until you catch limits, make sure that you have plenty of bait. And this was actually a great thing that we covered with Mike on the bait barge.
Right.
Is once it gets past 10 o'clock, you're gonna have to wake them up. And I don't know about you. I don't like waking people up.
I don't either.
So I mean, just make sure you buy enough bait to keep in there. And then the cool thing is if you have leftover bait, just put them in a Ziploc bag. That's
Save
what
your
me
bait.
and Renee do. A lot
Save
of the
the
time
bait.
we end up throwing it back into the water, and we had a whole little colony at one point, like inside of the marina. But yeah, just save your bait, put it in a Ziploc bag, freeze it for next time, because it is still fresher than what you're going to probably buy in the store. So,
But you never know if the bait receiver is not going to have any bait.
and that's the other thing.
So that's your backup.
Yeah.
Make sure that you have your frozen bait as your backup,
Yeah.
and then you won't, miss a trip or an opportunity to go out there.
I would say 2 things. That's sage advice. Also, Mike gave a phone number on that.
Yeah.
You could call out ahead of time and find out whether they do have bait or not, and reserve your bait. So all of these are great ideas, because, you make a lot of plans and get ready to go, and then you got no bait, man.
Right.
You can put a damper on your
Oh,
whole thing,
yeah.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Rob S. says, and he is, as far as I'm concerned, 100% correct. California spiny lobsters taste
Yes,
the best.
they
You
do.
compare those to a Maine lobster, it's not
There's
even
no,
close.
yeah. There's no comparison.
No. I don't
No
like Maine
comparison.
lobster. It was so funny because I've had a lot of lobster in the past before getting into lobster hooping, and never once did I be like, oh, I really like lobster, or I'm excited to eat lobster. I'd get it, like, I'm sure as most people do, they get it because it sounds fancy and you're on a date or something. But at the end of the day, I never really cared for it, And now I get really excited every year. Like, I'm like, dude, I can't wait to have lobster. I still have lobster from this past season in my freezer that I need to eat through, so I can go out and catch some more.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
By the way, we're having a raffle on October the 13th. That since you were late, I committed you to throw something in there.
I will 100%.
There, look at that.
There you go.
Man,
If
thank
you guys,
you.
I'll put something real good in there too.
Woohoo!
Yeah, maybe
Extra prize.
Maybe I'll put a little
A date with Scott Buchert.
A little something.
We'll give you a date with Scott Buchert and an ambush hoop net setup.
Whoa! There you go,
Yeah,
everybody.
Don't hold me to that, but I'm gonna try.
It's getting better and better. Chivo Robledo, why does it seem like eels tend to end up in lobster hoops? Are they going for the bait too?
Yeah, they're hungry. They're hungry.
They're
They're opportunistic feeders. So they're ambush hunters. And anything that goes by when they're in their little cave and they're not paying attention, they grab them.
Yeah.
So
they're going at, that's another thing right there. That's a great example. Those are also targeting the lobsters. I'm sure
Yes.
they're targeting the lobsters, especially the smaller ones. So you want to make sure that, those are things that you're kind of paying attention to. Are you getting a lot of lobster bits and pieces in there? Make sure that you guys are pulling them up a little bit more frequently or checking them a little bit more often. But it's also because they live in the same area. They're living in structure, right? They need those caves.
They're in
they
the
need
caves.
those structures to hide in. So
and be careful when you're handling them. Their teeth are like razors.
I heard
like
that they kind of go
hacksaws,
inward,
razors.
so when
Yeah,
they bite you,
they
yeah.
come
You're
in.
dead. They're dead. I think Mitchell said we're going to have him on in a little bit, everybody. Mitchell Halibut, man, was just on the jetty, limited out on lobster. He's going to tell you a little bit about how to do that. But I think he said they were munching on some of his lobster. So, yeah, definitely. They are there, as Renee said, man, they're just looking for a meal, right?
They're looking for their meal.
Yep. Salty Rob 365, what do you guys think about using salmon heads for bait for lobster?
I've said this before. Salmon's gonna work, right? It's gonna work, but it's like Mike said. Number one, you're feeding it the natural forage that it's going for. So what is it gonna go for? Something that smells like salmon that it's never smelled before, maybe is not familiar with. So it's gonna probably be more inclined to go for the thing that it's used to, right? It's gonna be more inclined to go towards what is natural for it, right? But I mean, a lot of people use salmon and a lot of people have success, so I can't say that it doesn't work at all. So,
all right, perfect. Pacific Outdoor Adventures joining us. Great to have you with us, my friend. Most of my bait tubes are the older white ones from ProMar. Do you think it's worthwhile to paint them and make them darker?
It really is preference. I know people who have, for instance, Justin Buttrell, we were just talking about him earlier. He still has a lot of those white bait tubes, and he caught 400 lobsters. So is it really going to make that big a difference? Probably not. Let's just be realistic. It probably isn't making that big a difference. The lobsters aren't going to get bothered by it, right? And the further in the water column that you go down, the white's going to attract a little bit more light, but it's not going to be that effective. What I would say is if you are going to do it, one thing to be really keen on is the paint that you're using is not going to leave off any scent, because then it's competing with the scent of the paint and it's competing with the scent of the bait. And if you have the wrong scent in there, it might actually push things away. It might make things not want to go to your hoop. So be cautious if you guys are doing that, number one. And then also make sure you guys are using something that's good and healthy for the marine life as well. So.
Aquarium paint. Aquarium paint is pretty much the preferred way to do that.
Yeah.
That way it doesn't leave a scent. And aquarium guys, they use that paint because it's not toxic.
Yeah.
It won't kill their fish.
Yeah. And you guys are ingesting these things too, so you want to make sure that you're putting the safest paint on there. So it's kind of something to keep in mind. But no, the white ones work really well. Justin Buttrell caught 400 on them just this weekend. And if you guys are wanting to do it, I mean, we make some blue ones, and I really like the blue ones mainly for the clip, because the clip makes it really easy to just get it on and off of the hoop.
Bigger clip.
Yeah, the bigger clip makes it that much easier. So.
All right, we're giving away some free stuff tonight. Don't go anywhere. You've got to be in the live chat. You got to ask a question, and then that's all you have to do to win big tonight. Lisa, with her participation and great questions, is making Lobster Chronicles better and better and better, and she wants to know, do lobster like or eat squid? I would say probably, right?
I'm sure that they do. I have never had success using squid. That is the only bait I can.
Yeah,
have you tried it?
Yeah, we have tried it.
We have tried it.
Yeah, we have tried it.
Maybe not, Lisa.
I can confidently say I've never had success using squid. Now, was I just that night, just the wrong night? Maybe, but
Have
I'm
you
not
just
going to try
tried
it
it
again.
once?
Yeah, we've only tried it once.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't try it again. That night everybody was getting them, and we were getting them in other hoops, but that hoop specific just wasn't getting them. So.
Yeah, that's a pretty good test, right?
Yeah, it
so-
is a pretty good test.
Yeah.
I
Lisa,
would say
go ahead.
no. No. Yeah.
Lisa, great question. Halibut man, pretty sure that eel was eating my lobster because it was fat
Yeah.
and it looked full.
Yeah.
You're probably right. Smash that like button. I don't want these two guys going and crying after the show that we only have one like, which that is not. I can update that. So don't. There's a lot more on there, you guys. But if I update it, then I'm lost in the question. So Lauren Dill, Lauren, thank you so much for being with us. How long? Great question. Does it take a lobster to grow? Is there a chance all those shorts will be legal by the end of the season? I was thinking the same thing, Lauren. Great question. And I don't know the answer to that.
I don't really. I know what I've been told, and what I was told is that it takes a lobster, I believe, 5 or 7 years to get to legal size.
Slow growers.
Slow grower, same as a calico.
Yeah.
So calicos take a long time to grow to full size, right? But it's also dependent. I mean, obviously, if you have one that grows pretty quick, or maybe the area is full of plenty of bait, they might grow faster. But regardless, what I've heard is 5 to 7 years for it to grow to a legal size. And when you start getting into those bigger ones, this is why a lot of people are like, oh, don't keep the bigger ones because they're, you know, super old. They're probably right. Those bigger ones are like 50, 60 years old. They're older than me, so.
That's old, too.
Yeah.
No, that's not that old. Older than me. That's old.
They molt their shell, which means that they discard their shell after they get so big
Yeah.
in them, and they squeeze out and they have a new shell, and it takes them a little while for that new shell to get hard. But that's what they do. When they get a little bigger, they squeeze out their old shell, which is too small for them, and they get into the bigger shell that they have right underneath.
Yeah. So.
Lisa says ProMar 100% the best.
Yes.
Well, you're going to
Yes,
give her
it
the
is.
raffle prize? She deserves it after that. It's random, Lisa. Sorry.
Yeah.
Good stuff. And 100%, man. You guys just
Oh,
are always innovating, always trying to make your product better. You guys work hard at this.
and you know, the one thing I always tell people, because I had this question on Let's Talk Hookup, it's like, why would I use a ProMar hoop net compared to somebody else's? Well, ProMar does a lot for you guys. And I think that that's something that often gets overlooked, right? Is we're always donating to the CCA. We're making sure that you guys have the right to continue to hoop, continue to fish, right? Because it affects everyone, right? At ProMar, we're all anglers. We're all lobster hoopers. We want this to continue on, right? The owner, Ben, he's a super cool guy. He has kids, and he teaches his kids how to fish. He takes them out on the water, and he wants to make sure that, you know, in the future, they're able to enjoy the same things that we're enjoying now. So ProMar is always going to support you guys, support the industry, and we're always coming up with new products, and we're always trying to be innovative, and we're standing behind our product 100% of the time. So if you guys have problems with your products, reach out, talk to me. I'll help you guys out. We always take care of you guys one way or another. So
ProMar-Ahi.com. Put in FA at checkout for
Yes.
15% off. And it's not just lobster, right?
no,
It's anything.
any. If you guys want to go get some fishing line, some wind on for the bluefin, you guys want to go grab some jigs, some slow pitch jigs, the Icaras.
Fluorocarbon.
Yeah, the fluorocarbon, the GT4. Go out there, grab your bait well nets, grab your gaps, grab everything and anything you guys need, and I mean, code FA,
Car jigs. the whole
15%
shot.
off. Yeah.
All right, everybody, a reminder to you all, I'll be up in Ventura, California, Wednesday night at the Ventura County Sport Fishing Club, giving a speech up there. Looking forward to meeting all of you Wednesday night. Let's see, Live Free, Die Free. He says, try to mix up the bait. Sardines, anchovies, mackerel, all mixed up in the same tube. You guys ever tried that?
That works.
Yeah, that
works.
We've had success with that.
Yeah.
Sometimes what we'll do is, like, you know, like he said, we'll freeze the bait, and we'll have a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, and we mix it all in one. We chum it up, and then we just start shoving it in. We don't know what's in there, so it's a big mix. It works. I mean, obviously, again, you're targeting the 3 most important ones: sardines, anchovies, and mackerel, the natural forage that they're already going for. So,
And here's another thing with our bait too. What we do is once we have our hoop net in and we're pulling it up, if we pull water or we pull lobsters out, that bait tube, you want to keep that bait in there as fresh as possible.
yeah.
Try not to throw away the bait that's in there. Put it back in the bucket.
Yeah.
Smush it up. You're getting juices back inside that bait that you just used, but you're also getting some of the new bait. Keep on trying to change out your bait. The fresher the bait, the more that it's going to stink, the more they're going to love it and come in.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
Yeah. Yeah. That we do that often. Yeah. We just dump out the old bait into the bucket, swish it all together, and just grab it and put it back in.
Excellent. Lisa says the blue bait cages, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So the blue bait cages are the newest ones. Those guys are awesome. Like I said, they have some improvements over the previous one, but the biggest thing is really just that clip. That's going to make it easy when you guys are switching them out. And then obviously, like I said, the white ones are still going to work really well. Justin used them. He has some video on there. You can see he's pulling up, 20 lobsters in one hoop. So something to kind of keep in mind. The old ones still work. The white ones still work. The blue ones are just newer. That's the only real difference.
Okay, let me get back here. My God, there's a lot of freaking questions here tonight. I just went down to the bottom to see, and now I'm totally lost, but I'll get back here in a second. There's that many questions. Thank you all for joining us. We are enjoying having all
I
these
wanna go to
great
this one. Hold on.
questions. Yeah,
This was another one by Lisa again, but I really want to just touch base on this.
yeah.
What's the best size hoop nets for local? Do we really need the heavy XL?
There you go.
No. I mean, look, locally, if you're staying within the harbor, you're okay getting the standard size extra large or even the standard size 32-inch. You're fine with that. If you're starting to move outside of the harbor, if you're starting to fish or hoop in areas where there's a stronger current or maybe it's a little bit deeper, that's where you want to switch
Like at
to
the
the
island.
XLHs. Yeah, like at the island, Catalina. If you're going to Catalina, you're going to want to use those XLHs. Or if, you just are fishing in an area where you tend to see like, oh, I dropped it about 5 feet this way. Why is it 5 feet this way now? All right, maybe you need to upgrade some size. Maybe you grab the heavies. Or maybe you just add a little bit of extra weight. Now, it does ruin the integrity. Obviously, if you're adding extra weight when it's built to hold a specific weight, it may get damaged. We still help you guys out with that, but just something to keep in mind. Don't put too much weight inside of your hoop nets.
All right, great. Delisa reminds everybody to have a Sharpie on the boat. Why is that important, Brian?
You want to make sure the first thing before you actually head out onto the water, this is why I always tell people, is fill. If you know where you're going, go to your lobster card, fill out your location code, fill out your gear code, and then also make sure before you leave that location to fill out how many lobsters you guys caught. And the reason that's important is if you get boarded, they're going to want to see, like, all right, he has all his information filled out. Now, if you're using a really cruddy, Sharpie or cheap pen, it's going to smudge, right? You're in the water, you're dealing with lobsters, you're going to pull it out of your pocket, it's going to smudge right as you're handing it to him. So make sure you guys have a good, solid pen or Sharpie or something that's not going to smudge. So
Salty Rod 365 PVC pipe bait cages, I've heard, work best to keep sea dogs from getting your bait.
yes, so
Yes.
our seal-proof bait cages are made from PVC. Those are manufactured, and I think you touched base on this last week, but you can make them yourself. There's people who do, but when you're factoring in the labor, when you're factoring in the materials, when you're factoring in the fact that like you got to go out and do all of this yourself, it really doesn't come out that much cheaper. You might as well spend a couple extra bucks. Those dollars that you spend extra support the industry, right? And you're going to have a warranty. You don't have a warranty if you make it yourself. You are your own warranty. But if you make it with ProMar, or you come with ProMar and you get ours and you have issues with it, within a year, we completely replace it. Even if it extends past a year, a lot of the times we're really willing to work with you guys because we really stand behind our products.
Excellent stuff, everybody. Thank you for all the great questions. Pacific Outdoor Adventures. I hear a lot of people talking about hooping at Catalina, but I never see anyone mention San Clemente. Is it legal to fish there? Is it any good?
I don't know if it's legal. I don't know if it's good. I am the same boat as you. I have never heard anything about San Clemente. It's always been Catalina. I think I've heard people go to the Channel Islands, but again, I've never really heard much of anybody going to Clemente. So.
I think it's legal and I think it's really good, but again,
Yeah,
I'm not
who knows?
positive on
Yeah,
that.
who knows?
I mean,
Yeah.
I somewhere in the deep recesses of my brain, I remember somebody telling me they just cream them at Clemente. So.
Yeah, and they might. I mean,
it's a long way to get out
drive.
there.
Yeah, it's a long drive.
Yeah,
so at
it's
some point,
54 miles. So
Yeah, that's exactly why
it's
nobody does
It's a
it.
long
Well,
way. So
Yeah. So
also make sure if you are going out there, make sure that the island's open. Because
Yeah.
if they got some military exercises going on, they're going to shut it down. And
Yep.
you want to be around there when the Coast Guard's going, hey, don't you listen to your radio? You know, and they will. They will.
All right,
I don't know
Lisa,
that, so.
Lisa's excited about the raffle. She wants to know, can you throw some pink gloves in for her if she wins?
If you win, I will give you pink ones.
Lisa.
Gotta give Lisa pink. Hey,
There you
Lisa.
go. Lisa, why not? Rob S., does your buoy have to, does it have
The Go
ID written on it.
Yes.
So you want to have. So the way it works, and this is to my knowledge, you're going to want to double check this. But to my knowledge, is you have to have a Go ID on there from somebody who's on the boat. Meaning, if you are, because you can lend somebody your gear, right? But if you lend your buddy your gear and it has your Go ID and it doesn't have his Go ID on there, and you're not on his boat when he's doing it, then it's not up to standard, right? You want to make sure that you have your Go ID written on there, clear and legible, so if it comes on and you get boarded, you can easily identify, like, this is my Go ID, this is linked to me, I am the person on this boat. So yes, you need to have it on there on every single one.
Man, there are so many people watching. We thank you for your participation and great questions. 3 giant raffle prizes will be given out. You got to be here, present. Why don't you tell everybody what we're giving out one more time again?
Yeah, no worries. So again, we're giving away a ProMar hat, ProMar sweater, ProMar shirt, gloves, and a lobster gauge. So you guys are able to get out there, get dirty, have some nice gear from ProMar to hit the water. You guys are going to have a lot of fun out there, and that's over $120 worth of value. So you guys are getting a real good deal by watching, Friedman Adventures in ProMar. You know what I mean? Lobster Chronicles.
Man, and we appreciate it so very much. And this learning experience, Renee, that is going on here tonight, I love it, man. You guys, your questions are really great.
Yeah, and we get a lot of questions, and don't be afraid. Even if we answered it once and you didn't get the right answer, ask it again.
Yeah.
Ask it again in more detail. Ask specifically what you're trying to get. If I didn't answer it correctly, or Renee or Phil didn't answer it to what you wanted to hear, let us know, and we'll try to clarify it a little bit more. So no question's a dumb question. We're all learning. I'm still learning. I've only been hooping for about 2.5 years, but I really, obviously, because I'm surrounded by people like Phil, because I'm surrounded by people like Renee and Justin and everybody else, Pablo and Dave and everyone, I get to learn a lot from everyone, right? And so I get a lot of access to knowledge, and I want to share that with you guys. So
great stuff. Quintin says, let the man run the raffles. I like his style. I think they're talking about you.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
He can take over. We're good with that.
Yeah, there we go.
What's your favorite way to eat lobster? Halibut man wanted to know. I'll tell you mine. You guys are both gonna want to shoot me.
Okay, let me hear it.
Freaking microwave them. They're great.
You're kidding.
Yeah, they're great. When
I
I'm
do
in a
that with the
hurry-
legs.
When
I
I'm
do
in a
that with the
hurry,
legs.
man, they are good that way. Delicious.
Meat cold.
That's pretty
I do
nasty.
like my tri-tip. I like.
You like cold tri-tip?
Sure.
No, it's best when it's warm.
Well, yeah, what a weirdo he says. He's right about that. But, I can still like my...
Dino ribs.
I
I
know.
spent all this time smoking it and he eats it cold.
That's crazy.
Man, what can I tell you? I am a weirdo. But I don't have to tell them. That's why they tune in. Like a train wreck. What are you talking about? And these guys had their... they already shared their... you want to share again what you like? Or?
I like smoking them. I like putting them. One thing actually that I recently started to do is I started messing around with them a little bit more just because I have access to so many. Is I will put them in pastas. I've made ceviche out of them. I've done everything mac and cheese, exactly.
Delicious.
Mac and cheese, super good. So if you guys want to try it, I mean, look, they're the best lobsters, in my opinion, in the world. And for that reason alone, they're pretty much good any way you're going to want to cook it, as long as it's not overcooked, because then it gets rubbery.
Yeah.
The texture's bad. But you're really able to
yes.
experiment however you want to do it. So go out there, catch some bugs, and then once you're catching those bugs, you start getting into the groove of things. You could really start to highlight, like, well, I want to try it like this, or I want to try it like that, or maybe I want to eat this, or maybe I want to eat that this week. And you're going to have access to it because you're going to have all the lobsters that you want using ProMar gear.
Miracle Shaw says, what's up with the mango nectar?
Oh my gosh, yes.
What's that about?
There is a group on Facebook, and they have like this whole entire thing where they say Kern's mango nectar. You put it in there, and it works. It's just this giant troll that they've been doing, which is funny. I mean, obviously, it's really funny. It kind of sucks for the newbies who don't know that they're joking. Because then they're like, oh, maybe I do need to go out there and buy it. I've seen people say that about fish oil pills. Like, oh, make sure you put some fish oil pills inside of your bait cages. And that does, look, you just need natural bait. You don't need anything else. There is some people who have lobster attractants. Try those out. Some people have really good success with them. I've never heard anybody
we have
actually
never
catch
had
anything.
any success with them.
Yeah.
We put that lobster stuff on a rag, if you want to say we use something else, and stuck it in the bait cage, and all that stuff does is by the time it gets down, it's leaking away.
Yeah.
It's just leaking away, and we got nothing out of it.
Yeah. We've never had success with the bait attractants.
Messes up your deck. You get slippery.
Yeah,
people
that
can
is
fall.
one thing. Yeah.
It's it gets messy. It gets messy.
It gets messy, but the mango nectar, don't fall for it. It's just this giant joke. I mean, for the people who are in the know, it's pretty funny, but
Yeah.
who aren't in the know, you want to be careful.
Lisa says, for God's sakes, Renee, smile. That's what she said. Smile.
I'm smiling, Lisa. I'm smiling. You made me smile, baby.
He's going to smile the rest of the show now, Lisa. DD. Darren. You know Darren?
Yeah.
Hey, Brian, I rocked the ProMar hat fishing the artificial reefs on Saturday.
Sweet. Dude, Darren, thank you. I'm happy I was able to hook you up with that. And that's the other thing, too. You know, I like hooking people up randomly in these internet orders. So I'm, place a couple orders using the FA thing. I might throw some extra little goodies in there, you know?
There you go. That would be
Yeah.
absolutely wonderful. And Darren says Lobster Lisa, and she says DD, and Jay Shaw says let's go. Philip Salty Rod 365 wants to have a Friedman lobster trip. We promised that last week. I didn't put it together, but we need to do that, boys.
Yes.
Jump on the
We'll
Amigo
get it.
or something.
Dude,
Yes.
let's put it together. Let's do it. Everybody who comes is going to get some kind of ProMar swag, number one. And then obviously I'll be there and we'll be filming the trip and it'll be fun.
It'll be a blast.
It'll
be
be
awesome.
super fun.
All
It'll
right,
be
hey,
awesome.
hold me to that, Salty Rod. Just keep hammering,
Yeah.
but I'll try to get that booked up this week. I'll talk to Mark Paisano Jr. Lisa said 33 keepers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dinks, what size lobster take the best? Renee will tell you they all taste good.
They all taste good.
Anything
the
over
big
3¼
ones,
inches.
Yeah. Anything, we'll just kill them.
Yeah.
Anything over 3¼ they're good.
Look, I always tell people just you don't know if you're going to get your limits. Go through all of them and just keep them all. I love them. I'm all about eating all of them. So,
You guys should be throwing a lobster hoop net off the docks, Anthony, right now.
Yeah.
Dog. What's wrong with you guys? We can eat those things tonight. All right. Lisa says, so much fun. Darren says, Brian, does a Sharpie stay on the reflective tape?
I don't know. That's a good question. I've never tried it.
For the Go ID?
Yeah, for the Go ID. I would just put it directly on your buoy. I know a lot of people are like, oh, I don't want to ruin the buoy because then you got to buy new buoys. Put a little bit of duct tape. It'll stay on the duct tape. And then you can kind of keep it in there. But make sure that you guys are... one thing to touch base on, put reflective tape on there.
Michael Emo with a fish that he's throwing all over the office. Everybody, we're going to show you a sand bass that this child is torturing. Actually, he just wants to show you Michael Limon. Let's give him some
There he
applause.
goes.
Children fishing, it's a great thing.
Yes.
Beautiful. How do you like that? Live
That was-
fishing?
yeah, live
Coming
fishing.
in there. You know when
The elusive one.
when I first saw that Go ID thing, you know what I thought it said? Anthony,
Yeah.
show everybody, please. I thought it said Go ND is what I thought. Yes. The Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. But I'll go with the Go ID. That's good. All right, Lisa is back with us. What's the best size hoop nets for local? Do we really? Oh, you asked that.
I asked
We
it.
caught-
You
jumped
So you
in
just
there.
need the XLs. Just standard XLs.
All right, Brian, Darren says, DD, Brian says, do you not get seasick in the harbor?
No, I don't.
You
Not
don't?
At all. Not at all.
Yeah.
On the harbor, I'm totally fine. Even, I don't... Maybe it's because I'm surrounded by land and I can keep my vision horizontal at all times. I don't know. But as soon as I step out of the harbor, yeah, I start getting sick. But,
You know, Renee, you're going to have to, the next time he's sick, have him vomit in the bait net and see if the lobster like that.
I
That
have,
could work.
I have pictures
You
of
could
Brian.
package that.
I have pictures of Brian.
yeah, I fish with him a lot. So
I have pictures of Brian
Oh, you-
sacked out because he's sick.
Oh, I want those photos.
I knock out, dude.
Well, that's not bad
I'm
if you just
out.
knock out.
No. I'll throw up and aggressively and then knock out.
Little projectile vomiting?
Yeah.
I
yeah.
love that.
Let me ask you a question here, Phil.
Yes.
Have you ever, when you've been hooping with some of the guys out
Yeah.
here, have they ever caught one of their nets in their props?
No. I've done that personally.
Okay.
And almost died. You know,
Really?
I was so close to the biggest frigging nightmare. I don't know if you want to hear the story.
Yeah.
Oh
With my
yeah,
kids
because
again.
I've done it too.
Like,
I've done it with my.
We talked about Patrick at the beginning of the show almost dying. So Patrick he can look at people like numerous times and says, yeah, my dad's tried to kill me on numerous occasions. We went out in 20 knots of wind, maybe a
Oh,
little
my
more,
God.
off the Redondo break wall and got a net caught in our...
in their props.
And somewhere out there, I couldn't reach him on the VHF radio. I yelled at my son Philip, throw the anchor over. So I got the anchor down. We kind of hung, but we were dragging. Patrick was literally on the stern of the boat looking up at these Mexican guys fishing on the rocks going, can you help us? I'm going, Patrick,
Oh,
put your
man.
life jacket on. Somewhere out there, you guys, is a 911 call with F-bombs all over it. Man, I'm telling you, I let it fly. And they barely got out there and got
my
us before we
gosh.
went on the rock. So
Wow.
I know what you're talking about, man.
Yes.
Firsthand.
Yes, you want to
Yes.
be careful. Make sure you're always, and this is, have a spotlight on you. Have a spotlight. This is why you need 3 people. One person is literally just spotting where the line is, has a light on there. The captain has an eye on it, and the other person is getting ready to move it if it needs to be moved, or pull it if it needs to be pulled. So it's always important.
Quintine says those smoking cook tips, the tips you guys are giving are awesome.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you. He especially likes the microwaving lobster.
Oh yeah.
No, he didn't actually say that.
Popcorn lobster.
Yeah.
Yeah, the legs are great. Look, I'm not gonna say because you don't really want to like throw them on the grill. They're gonna cook too fast in the microwave. It's like what, a minute,
Minute
a
and a half.
max. Obviously, the
Yeah, you
larger
gotta
the
go
leg,
really
And they
slow.
pop out. They
Yeah.
pop out of the,
They're
out of
gonna
the
pop.
legs.
Yeah, they're gonna literally just.
So
Delicious.
Yeah,
yeah,
they're
popcorn legs.
All right. Darren says Puerto Nuevo style lobster on the grill. I love Puerto
that
Nuevo.
is how a lot of. I mean, you were just talking about that last.
I was just there.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, you were just there.
I was
did-
in Rosarito Beach with the guy, Tony Lozano.
Yeah.
La Guarita serves Puerto Nuevo
Oh, there
style
you go.
lobster. Yeah.
yeah, those are really good.
Yeah.
I like them.
I
like
mean, they
lobster
built
in
a
general.
whole village in Baja Norte on lobster. People eating lobster. Think about that.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
true. That's yeah. I mean, I probably have tried it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's wild. Have you been there?
I put it this way. I've been over there by Rosarito when there was just a road going through the town,
Right.
and I haven't been back since.
He's showing
So-
his age.
Yeah, yeah. We're the halfway house. I remember the halfway house over
Yeah.
there. Oh my God! But
Don't talk about any other houses you may have visited.
no. Those are with the zebras. They have zebras over there.
Calm down now, Renee. That's not what I was talking about. I was talking about the carne asada stands. Wow, this took a turn for the worse. I didn't know that happened.
First the love juice, now this.
Yeah. No wonder you brought Renee along. Thank God Dan's not here anymore.
But we used to when we would go surf over there, we would stop by and the fishermen would come in and we would, give them $10 and we'd have just 20 lobsters. They would love us with that, and because that's how they made their living.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how they made their living. But
Renee
those
was
were
a
good
professional
stuff.
surfer for those who don't know. He used to surf for Dewey Weber and he's pretty good. So
Yeah, that was good times. Very
Renee,
good times.
there was like 200 surfers over in Surfside like a couple days ago. I haven't seen that many surfers in a long time. They were just enjoying it, man. Great surf the other day.
Yeah, the sport is really taken off. Technology and availability of the equipment has really gotten a lot of people into the sport, and it's a lot of fun. Kids are just fantastic. Kids nowadays, the people nowadays are just pulling stuff off that we
Yeah.
never thought of. So
I've
we
never
helped
surfed.
build
Yeah.
the industry
Really?
back then, and
fishing
here it
all
is
the time.
now, and they're just thriving on it.
Good stuff. All right, excellent. Hey, I'll give you the Puerto Nuevo story real quick here, the history of it. So I mentioned Tony Lozano in Rosarito Beach. His restaurant is called La Huerita. A huera or a güero is kind of a white complected.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You know,
Alley.
the guy down in Surfside,
Yeah.
Valentino. Yeah, güero. All the time. So his mother was very light complected, and they called her La Huerita. And she was the wife of a lobster fisherman back before Puerto Nuevo got started. He used to go out to sea. People would come to buy their lobster, and she's like, "Oh my God, he's late again." It's kind of like dealing with Brian, And she's like, "What am I gonna do?" So she started cooking some beans and rice, and started serving lobster. And all of a sudden, people started coming for the lobster dinners.
Yeah.
And hence Puerto Nuevo was born. So there you have it.
That's how it happened.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty cool, man.
That is actually pretty cool.
And Tony Lozano, who owns La Guarita and Rosarito, man, such a nice guy. And his mom was one of the 4 people that founded that place. So good stuff. Great place to visit. Lisa says, Renee, when can we buddy boat? and hit up the chowder bar.
Oh, soon. Anytime, just let us know. We'll get Brian and we'll go head up over there
Well, we'll see if I can.
in Wilmington and we'll get the boats and put them together and we'll hit the chowder barge.
Darren wants to let everybody know that lobster legs are fantastic in pasta sauce.
Lobster legs
Oh,
are
yeah.
fantastic in anywhere.
There you are. Live free, die free lobster ceviche
Yep.
and
Yes.
deep fried lobster, which is Puerto Nuevo style.
Oh, there you go. I was
Yeah.
gonna say I've never had deep fried lobster.
Yeah, that's what that is. Susan Sosa's back with us again, and she says, how many types of lobster are there in SoCal, and which tastes the best?
One.
Uno, right?
Well,
Yeah.
well, technically, too, if you go by the Redondo Pier, because they released, the other ones there. But
Yeah, I know. Every once in a while, somebody gets a Maine lobster. Like, wait a minute.
yeah, I see those videos and I'm always like, people are like freaking out. They're like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "No, they're just releasing them back
Yeah.
into there." Some people who think that it's going to make a big difference, but no, one type, SoCal, California, spiny
California
lobsters.
spiny lobster.
Keith Garrison has a great question because everyone is confused after your explanation of the jetty. But he said, you said 2 nets per angler. Do you need a permit for 2 rods?
When you're on the pier, to my knowledge, you don't. But again, this is just to my knowledge. Don't hold it against me. I always recommend people go out, do your own research, call the Department of Fish and Wildlife, ask them these questions because I'm just a representative for ProMar. And if you guys want to have like these questions where it's related to what the rules and the
Legalities.
regulations are, the legalities, always reach out to the people who are going to know best about that. I know best about ProMar gear. They know best about all the laws.
All right, and that's 2 nets when you're on a jetty or a pier.
Or a
correct?
pier, correct,
Yeah.
yes. But if you're on a boat, you can have 5.
Yeah.
Unless you have a second person on there, then you guys are allowed 10, and 10 is the max for a fishing vessel.
Rob S says, throwing 2 hoops, is that good enough to, make your night?
Yeah, I mean, look, all you want to do is go out there. Essentially, I feel like we always get caught up in the like, I want to catch. I have the best fun. Sometimes when I'm not catching, I'm having a fun time, right? Obviously, 2 hoops, you're going to be limited in terms of what you can do and how much space you can cover. 10 hoops are going to be best, so you're going to want to have multiple people and be on a boat. But if you're on land, 2 hoops is plenty. Go out there, experiment, have some fun, try it out, and you're going to have a good time.
All right, Lisa wants to know if you want to go out Friday night and film. I hope she's talking about lobster fishing.
Yeah, yes. So I do a lot of the filming for ProMar, if you guys don't know. I also help a few captains, and I mean, I'd have to see. I don't know what my schedule's looking like right now. I have to see, but I'm always willing to go. Is it going to be local or is it going to be Catalina? If it's Catalina, I'll think about it.
All right,
But if it's local, I don't know.
Miracle Shaw now is just repeating over and over again about the mango nectar. So just make sure there's no sharp objects around Miracle Shaw. Move away slowly and just tell them, yeah, Miracle Shaw, we love that nectar.
Yeah.
And everything's going to be okay. All right, let's go back to Chivo Robledo, who says, what's the best way to keep lobster after you pull them out of the hoop?
Well, there's a few ways. The number one way, which I recommend because it's the way that I do, is we keep them in a bait tank so that they stay alive, so that they're fully fresh. By the time we get back to the boat dock, it's like they are the freshest they can be, right? That's just number one. You can keep them in a cooler. I always recommend putting a little bit of like salt water or maybe some seaweed or a wet rag in there so that they can keep moist. You do not want to put them around anything freshwater related. If you put it around anything freshwater related or anything that's like gonna, potentially
kill
harm them, they're done. And then, as you guys know, they release a toxin in their body. It makes them not taste as good. You can get potentially sick off of it. So try to keep them alive as best as you can throughout the entire thing. And the best way to do that is keeping them in salt water in a bait tank, or putting them in a bucket with some salt water, or a cooler with some salt water, or some seaweed, or something like that.
All right, great stuff. Lisa says audio's perfect now. Thank you very much, Lisa. Rob says structure got hot where structure is. Okay. Charles Zimmer, has ProMar done a lobster mobster event in the past?
A lobster mobster event in the past. I don't know. That might be something before my time. But, I mean, look, we actually work with Slay Day, and they put together King of the Harbor. King of the Harbor is a super cool tournament. I'm going to shout them out now. If you guys want to go and support them, they use ProMar gear. We give them a bunch of giveaways, and it's probably one of the only tournaments that we have here in Southern California for lobsters.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Like a lot of fun. Just adds another layer of excitement.
Yeah, it adds another layer of excitement. And it's usually towards like February, towards the end of the season. So that's like when everybody, like the hardcore anglers are kind of still out, and you're gonna have like the chance to really debut your spot and show off like this is what I was able to catch towards the end of the season.
Chuck Zimmer from C Custom Rod says, is there a replacement for the rigid conical net?
We had one, and it sold out. You guys killed it. You guys were super awesome. We sold them all out. It was actually crazy. We kept getting orders and orders and orders, and then I had 3 left, and I just put the last 3 on, and as soon as I changed the inventory to 3, within 5 minutes they were sold out again. So
Wow.
yeah.
When are you going to get replacements?
We're trying to work on it right now. I don't recommend anything else that we have on the website right now, and the only reason I don't recommend it is because I don't want you guys to get something that's going to be either too large or too small. So give us a little bit of time. We're trying to sort it out. We may have some more. We're just trying to locate them. As soon as we locate them, we're going to put them back on the website, and those are super easy to put on. So.
All right, when we run out of questions, we're going to do the raffle. Everybody, you stay tuned. You must be here with us to win. We've got 3 great prizes. Bow Line Outdoors. Should I wear the ProMar gloves when pulling nets?
Yes, I
Yes.
recommend the latex grip gloves, and the reason is like they have the most dexterity, but they also provide a lot of grip. When you're dealing with like the wet line, like it can slip, right? And the number one thing you don't want to do when you're lobster hooping is stop pulling or let it slip, because then the lobsters have ability to come out, and then that's the worst case scenario, right? So you always want to have something that has the most amount of grip on there so you can effectively pull, and you guys don't have to stop, or your hands don't get sore, or your hands don't get sores. They're going to be the best things for you guys to use when you guys are lobster hooping. Honestly, and then even with their antennas, like I don't know if you guys have ever handled them, they whip their antennas back and they'll scratch up your hand.
Yeah, they hurt like hell.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I mean,
They
these
have a
things are
little
on the
bacteria
bottom.
on them.
Yeah, these things are on the bottom of the ocean. They have bacteria on them. You don't want to get that infection. So use some gloves. Keep yourself safe. So
All right, good stuff.
he's over there shaking. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, right?
Yeah.
Lisa says, do you have replacement nets? We mentioned the conical nets,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
do you
yeah.
have other replacement nets?
We have replacement
Yes.
nets for landing nets. We got rubber nets. We got poly nets. We have rubber coated nets. We have plenty of replacement nets for your landing nets. I don't have any for the ambush hoop nets right now, unfortunately.
Brian, what's your favorite lobster bait and your favorite ProMar hat?
My favorite ProMar hat is not a ProMar hat. It's actually an Ahi hat, and it's the black and gray one. It's actually the one that I gave Darren. So you got my favorite hat. That's my favorite one. And then my favorite bait, sardine. I don't know why. I think it's just kind of ingrained in my head that sardine's the best. For whatever reason, the best and most success I've ever had has been with sardines. So we always try to go for sardines when they're there.
All right, perfect. How about Lisa wants to know who the heck Captain Justin Botrell is?
He's one of our pro staffers. Super cool guy. He's very knowledgeable when it comes to lobster fishing. He taught me, I would say, 90% of what I know about lobster fishing. The other 10% has been through just working with everybody else. But Justin is a super cool guy. Bowline Sportfishing. If you guys want, check him out. Give him a call. He's usually pretty booked up during the season, but I mean, look, if you guys want to hit the water and you guys want to use ProMar gear and you guys want to use it effectively, hit up Justin. He's going to teach you exactly what it is. He's the one that we really refer to when it comes to like seminars and guides, because he's the most well-versed person in all of our products. So, and everything, not only just lobster hooping, like bluefin tuna. If you want to go rock fishing, if you want to go for yellowtail, you want to hit the island, you want to stay local, he's who we really rely on, and one of the best captains that we work with for using ProMar gear.
He is the hunter.
Yeah.
He is the hunter.
He's also been on like a Venom show or something like that. He's
Yeah.
pretty cool. He's like a very interesting guy.
Isaac wants
Venom
to know.
hunters.
Yeah.
Isaac wants to know any tips on where to go if you don't have a boat.
Yeah, so if you want to go some places, look, I'm going to tell you, Pier J is probably pretty solid. There's 2 piers there that you can hoop off of. There's some rocks there in the area that you could probably throw some stuff off of. That's a good spot for you guys to hit up. Hit up most of the other piers. Belmont Pier, you guys can go on the furthest outward end. There's some structure out there that you guys can kind of potentially hit. A good investment if you guys really want to look into it. Look into Navionics. It's a 7-day or 14-day free trial. You guys can go on there, mark some spots, and then when the trial ends, it's about $50 a year if you guys want to invest into that. Or if you guys don't, just mark down the numbers ahead of time and just look. All right, this is a pier that I want to hit up. is there structure around this pier? Can I drop a hoop net close enough to that structure to where it's going to be successful? Is this area here open for fishing? If it is open for fishing, where is the structure? Structure is the most important thing. So you can go anywhere that has structure and is legal for you to fish off of. So yeah, if you're going to hit some places up, Belmont Pier. If you guys are in San Diego, I think there's like Oceanside Pier or something like that I've heard.
OP Pier.
No, that one's closed
Ocean
down.
Pacific.
Isn't that one closed down?
Yeah, but but
yeah,
you
so
can
if
still
you're
go out there
fishing-
with a boat though. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you're fishing from land,
Yeah.
hit that one or hit the Oceanside Pier up.
And this guy's gonna, Halibut Man's gonna share some info.
Oh,
on
I'm
where he
sure
went
he'll share some
recently.
info too. We're gonna bring him. Oh, he's like, no.
Oh no, he's not gonna share. Okay, that was a fake deal where he said Dana Point or whatever
Yeah.
it was. All right, very good. Steve Bermudez. Steve, good to see you, man. I haven't seen you for a while. How long can you freeze lobster, and can I use old lobster for bait?
You can freeze lobster technically as long as you want. To my knowledge, I don't know. I would ask and check to see what the food regulations are on that. Right? Obviously, you don't want to get sick from eating lobster. What I like to do is I always tail my lobsters, so I remove them. I just twist them one way, twist them the other way, pull the tail out. I grab an antenna, I pull out the poop chute, and then I put them in a nice Ziploc, or I put them in a nice
Vacuum
freezer vacuum pack bag with some paper underneath so that it doesn't puncture, and then I freeze them. And I've kept them in there for like a year,
least a year,
and
yeah.
ate them, and they were perfectly fine. And I have not been sick myself. I have a pretty strong stomach though, so I don't know if that's just myself. When it comes to using lobster as bait, I would not risk it, because the law is technically 7 in your possession. If you have a tail that you're using as bait that is in your possession, don't risk it. It is an expensive
Great
fine.
advice. Great advice.
Yeah, an expensive fine. So make sure.
Just eat it, Steve.
Just,
you know.
Yeah, just eat
Yep.
it. Yeah.
Just have 911 on speed dial just because you get sick.
Eat it, or if you're not willing to risk it, toss it. Don't risk it.
Yeah.
It's your health. You know what I mean? And there's no point to get sick over it. So.
Darren wants to know if you're going to Bass Pro soon.
We're going to have another event at Bass Pro Shops here pretty soon, and it's going to be with CCA. It's going to be an Angler's Night Out. We're still planning it out, but it's going to be sometime hopefully in November. We're still waiting to hear back from them, but we'll keep you guys posted on that, and that's going to be a really fun event. We're going to have a lot of giveaways. It's going to be, ProMar, maybe a couple other sponsors there. Oh, and one thing I really want to touch base on, which we haven't touched base on yet today or in the previous time, is Ambush the Season. So Ambush the Season is a tournament that we put together, and there's over $4,000 in prizes.
Wow.
Yeah. So we are giving away $1,000 every single month in ProMar gear. And then we have sponsors from Blackstone Grill, Lucadia Knives, Angle Coolers, Costa Del Mar Sunglasses, Hookup Baits, and of course Deckhand Sports. And I'm pretty sure Cash and Rods as well. I don't want to miss anyone. If I did, please don't be offended. We're giving away over 4,000. Technically, it's closer to 5, but just, I always say it's over 4. It's actually, I think it's even greater than 5. But you guys have a chance to win. All you have to do is go on the Fishing Chaos app, look up Ambush the Season, join. It's all donations that go directly to CCA, fighting for your right to fish. So it's a $25 entry, but again, that we don't see any of that money. It all goes to CCA. CCA is a great, great, great organization. I work a lot with Chris out there. He's an awesome guy, and we just really want to support the industry more, and that's, again, one thing that we're doing. And we're supporting you guys because you guys have a chance to win over $4,000 in prizes. We're announcing winners every 2 weeks for one of the major prizes. At the end of every month, ProMar gives away $1,000, and at the end of the overall tournament, the largest overall lobster gets I think it's close to about $1,000 in Deckhand Sports.
Damn.
Yeah, it's literally all just kill bags. You get like an air coffin, a backpack, a 75 or 72 inch cooler as well. So you get some really cool stuff. So Ambush the Season, check it out if you guys haven't checked it out already. If you guys are going lobster hooping, it literally is just taking a photo with a CCA measuring device, which you can pick up at most stores. Islands, he usually has them there.
Sam De La Torre.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And you guys can have, a lot of fun while adding a whole new diverse level into your lobster hooping. So that's a really fun way to do it. If you guys want to get into that, you guys can check it out at ccacalifornia.org/ambush or promarahi.com. /pages/resource or lobster, and that'll take you there as well. So,
All right. Great stuff. Lisa wants to know about grunion for bait. What do you think?
If it's fresh bait, it's good.
I've
It's
never
good
heard
to
about
go.
it.
But again, you know, you got to wait for the grunion runs to come before you get them. You got to catch those by hand.
I think
You're only allowed, I think, what,
32.
30?
32, right?
30.
30, yeah.
So technically, it's a little
probably
harder
not
bait
worth
to
it,
get.
Yeah.
So, you know, stick with the bait barges, stick with the frozen bait if you can't get to the bait barge. That's the way that's the way to go. But it's got to be fresh. Fresh is the way to
I
go.
like that question.
Michael Schmidt. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was hammered by kelp lice last year. Any way to make your bait last longer with them or get less on deck? Good question, Michael.
That is a really good question. I'm happy you asked that. There is technically no real way. You could just put your bait inside of like a stocking so that it makes it harder for them to like get to it, but they're going to eat away at it. They're going to access it. It's just one of the things that we have to deal with. Just have plenty of bait on board. You know, whenever you go, and that's why we pick up 2 scoops of bait, is because a lot of the time the sand fleas and the kelp lice, they really eat through it. So you're going to want to make sure that you have plenty of bait on board. You could use a stocking. I don't like using a stocking. I feel like it kind of limits how much the bait is going to be able to flow through, but that's just my opinion.
Renee, Lisa wants to know about a frozen turkey carcass. What do you think about that? Will that work?
Oh, yeah. Just go ahead and throw it in, and you'll see them go at it.
Yeah.
Make sure you put a little mayonnaise on it.
Some rosemary, some butter.
A little mayonnaise, butter.
Isaac says, do you have to thaw your frozen bait or just put it in the pot?
I mean, you got to be able to fit it in the bait cage. So, I mean, usually by the time you're done chopping, it's pretty thawed up, but you don't need to. I've heard people say that you need to and that it's like super important. You don't want to put frozen bait. I've used frozen bait. We've used frozen bait. And, I mean, it's going to de-thaw down there anyways. If anything, it might be letting it slowly dissipate, you know, at a much slower rate compared to if it was like not or already thawed, you know.
Dink says, any special sauce for the bait?
No, just bait.
Just
use
bait.
Wholehearted bait. I mean, there's people who use there's people who put sponges in there, and they'll put like, you know, lobster attracting, or like there's an ongoing joke like the kerns, you know. But
Right.
You don't want to use anything. Just use natural bait.
Perfect. Any way to avoid those pesky sand fleas? Did you cover that just a second ago?
Yeah, just
Lisa, ask that.
Just the stocking. I don't know, Renee, if you have a way.
Yeah,
but-
just know this. There's no way to get around the
Yeah.
sea lice and the sand fleas and stuff like that. But when you see those sand fleas in there, when you see the sea lice in there, there's lobsters
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
They are around there.
Yeah.
So, you know, they're a godsend, but they're a pain in the butt.
Yeah. Yeah. You
So
know you're
just
in the
make
right
sure-
area.
Yeah, just make sure you have your bait. Make sure you have enough bait for all that kind of contingency if you're going to do that.
Great show tonight, everybody. Thanks for the participation. We're an hour and a half in. It feels like 10 minutes. Let's
really
keep the
does.
party going
Do you
here.
want to hop in now?
And you want to do that?
Yeah, here, let's get them
So
in.
you
No,
want?
I'm gonna hit the head roll.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Where's the magnet?
Right here.
Oh, we screwed it up. All right, it's time for a bathroom break.
Yeah,
And Mitchell's going to come in and tell us. He's not going to tell us where now, but he's going to tell us something. I don't know what it's going to be. Exactly. No wonder he didn't send me any videos. 'Cause- yeah, that'll be perfect, Mitchell. Thank you, sir.
Very good.
Let me mic you up.
Yeah.
This is way better than having that knucklehead next to me.
Got it.
All right, tell us.
I hope I smell better.
There's a lot of people here who. Here's a guy, Salty Rod 365. Can you catch lobster from a pier or a jetty? Why don't you fill us in, Mitchell?
Yeah, of course. So even Isaac asks like some of the spots that you might be able to go to without a boat. So my first place I used to go to was Imperial Beach Pier, because first I would always look for a 24-hour pier. And I remember Imperial Beach was a 24-hour pier. I'm not sure if it still is, but we used to always have a lot of success there. Me and a group of 3 or 4 of us would go down there, go for the weekend, and we've got our limits a couple times. I do a lot of jetties, but if you're going to do the jetties, just be aware it is a little dangerous. not everybody's 30 years old still. So
I know exactly.
you know,
Man, I don't go out on 'em.
and I'm tired from doing even just one day up
Yeah.
and down the rocks. Because if you're gonna do the jetties, if you're trying to be lazy and pull it from the very top, you're gonna lose a lot of lobster. You're gonna lose you're gonna get your hoops stuck. There's just a lot of things. You have to be on the water level. There's just a lot of things you got to do. But Dana Point is a great place because there's a lot of rocks sticking up out of the water off of the jetty. They're not just jetty rocks. There's other rocks. So that was a good place. I just happened to make a good crawl. Even if you go to a really good spot, not everywhere's going to produce. So just go to a lot of 24-hour piers or something.
When you're on a 24-hour pier, are you trying to figure out where the structure is? Or are you just tossing the net out?
A lot of times
are you
I'm
trying
just-
to toss it out far or keep it near the pilings? Or
So
what?
I'm throwing it out far usually. If you get it too close to the piling, you're probably going to get your hoop stuck in the piling.
Yeah.
Every year you see some hoop nets just stuck in the pillars. So.
Yes.
Yeah. Always be careful, especially you don't want to lose your ProMar hoop nets. Like those things are like gold to me, so I hate it losing them in a rock, a pillar. So don't try to overdo yourself. Just do whatever you're capable of.
Yeah.
If you-
Renee, if you have a question, go for it. Go ahead.
Have you ever got your hoop net stuck in?
Oh yeah,
inside?
last year I got
Yeah?
one stuck in the jetty. Actually, I got really lucky because last year I had two get stuck in the same night, but there was a diver who got them unstuck for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I was
Thank
pretty
God for
fortunate.
Diver Dan.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
And I never got one stuck on the pier, but I've seen it happen. I've seen other people do it, but
Right.
even I've got them stuck even just on a boat before, dropping them down and try to yank them up, and they feel stuck on something.
Yeah.
And eventually, it's a lot easier on the boat.
We've only got stuck a couple of times, but we've been able to pull them up.
Just tie it off and pull up.
So yeah, so
All
it's
right.
not too bad.
And you were using, what were you using for bait?
Oh, so I was using Barracuda heads. I just have a freezer with extra bait because always catching a lot of fish. You just kind of keep stuff through the year. I had a couple tuna heads, and I just took some little chunks out of there. Barracuda heads worked really good. And also I had a bag of anchovies I think I put in one of the tubes. But I kept freshening them up. Actually, yeah, I meant to mention on Friday, I went to the Dana Point jetty, and I got my limit on Friday. So I actually got more than my limit, and I had to throw lobsters back. So I was sizing them and then throwing the smaller one back. But I think you mentioned it earlier in the show. It started at 6 o'clock, and I pulled up a hoop at 6:45 with 6 lobsters in it.
Nice.
Yeah, that was an incredible
That's
ride.
nice,
Great.
yeah.
Have you eaten them yet?
I'm giving them all to my parents.
Oh,
There you go.
They're
Yeah.
lucky,
Oh,
huh?
they were so
They're gonna
happy.
love you.
I called my dad. I said, I got 3 lobsters for you. And then hours later, I told him, I got you 7, bud.
Oh, my God.
He's so happy.
That's great.
Yep. Got to always feed the parents.
Yeah,
They
I
fed
gotta
me
take
good.
care of the peas.
Mitchell, thanks.
Hey, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks, man.
And what a great episode, too.
Thanks for sharing. Yeah, definitely. And Brian's going to jump back on here.
Yeah,
We
Brian's
still have a
great
ton
job
of questions to
answering
go,
questions.
man.
Yeah.
Unbelievable what's going on. Brian, what are you doing?
I'm waiting for him to get
Oh, I'm sorry. Mitchell, thank you. That was great. I don't care what Brian says about you. I thought it was fantastic. My major concern was getting the show done so I could con you into taking me to dinner, but that's not going to happen because there's 6 billion questions still on the board, and we are here till the very end, right?
Yeah, to the
Yes.
very end, to the bitter end.
Yeah, till the bitter end. That's a better way. Chivo says, should you put your live lobster on ice when you get back to the dock?
No.
Keep them as fresh as you can. Again, fresh water is going to kill them. If you kill them, they release those toxins and you can get sick. You don't want to get sick. I actually learned that the hard way. I was fine. Personally, I was fine. My girlfriend, on the other hand, was throwing up super aggressively. We were in Big Bear. We had taken some lobsters up. We got a cabin and we were cooking them up. And we woke up at like midnight and she's like projectile vomiting. And I'm like, what is
Oh,
going
my
on? I'm
God.
like, do
It
we need
was
to go to the
Exorcist.
hospital? Yeah, I was like, do we need to go to the hospital? Like, let's go. I'm going to call 911. She's like, no, I'll be fine. She threw up like 10 more times and then she just fell back asleep. So, no, you don't want to risk it. Turns out we went to the doctor the next day. It was because of the lobsters, because they have that like toxin or whatever they release in them when they die. That's why I like to tail them personally. I tail them and I freeze them immediately. I immediately throw them in the freezer. I don't want them to go bad. So
Quentin Tarachia says, can we please make this a regular show during the lobster season? We are really enjoying it and learning a lot.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'd
we're
love
doing
to.
that, right?
Yeah. And we'll make it more fun. Like it.
What are you talking about? This is fun.
No, I know, but I want to
Boy,
have
that's
like,
a real nice way to treat Mitchell. He comes on. And, we won't have Mitchell on again. We'll make it more fun.
No, but I'm saying I want to do like more things. I want to get some more giveaways.
Yeah, heck yeah.
I want to go out on the water. We'll go on Renee's boat. Like, dude, he's pimping that thing out right now. So once it's up and ready, it'll be fun.
Let's go, man.
Yeah.
And Michael Limon does some great dances.
There you go.
Get him out
There it
here.
is.
We'll get him in a lobster suit, dude.
Pirouette real quick? We won't do it. Okay. We're going to spice this thing. We'll sex this thing up. We'll get more love juice and whatever else you were talking about.
Love juice.
All right, here we go. We got a ton of questions still to go. So let's keep it rocking. Salty Rod, 365. Caught a bunch of old bluefin tuna. Would that be any good for bait?
Pretty much any kind of bait. I mean, it's oily.
So here's what I would say before we say yes or no. Double check with the Department of Fish and Game because I'm pretty sure that's a game fish and you're not allowed to use it.
Yes.
Because
No,
if
somebody
you-
Googled that last week and said what you were. Did
Okay.
you do that? Oh, no.
I don't. Somebody,
Maybe I'm
somebody
dreaming
said
that.
it, but
we
I don't
had
want to
a
say it
we had a
myself.
Right.
discussion
I don't
on
want to
that.
say this. I don't want to say it
If it's a
myself.
game fish, you cannot use it.
Well, I just check it yourself. I don't
Yeah.
know, but I would not use it personally. Although I have
If it's
heard
game
that
fish,
bonita are
yeah,
fine,
you
but
can't use it.
I don't know. Just double check it. Double check.
All right, we'll check. Anthony is taking care of that right now, I think. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Isaac says, I'm going to have to change Mitchell's name to Lobster Man. No more of this halibut man nonsense.
Dude, he's killing. He's caught more lobster this season than I have. So
I did a show 100 years ago with a famous sportscaster named Bud Frillo. And my theme song was Rock Lobster.
Was it
Anytime
really?
I came on, they played Rock Lobster to get me on there, so it was great. Rob S., how long can you keep lobster alive before you eat them?
immediately. I mean, what do you? I don't know what the.
How long will they live? Like,
How
will
long
they
would
live
they-
24 hours? Or you put them in the refrigerator, no water? They live a long time.
Yeah,
right?
I won't.
We put them in our cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what I do with mine is we do put a little bit of salt water in it, but if you get a wet towel with salt water on it and cover your lobsters with it, you're gonna find they last about 2-3 days.
Yeah.
And they're kicking.
yeah.
They're kicking.
They
No,
live
they'll-
forever.
Yeah, I wouldn't go past 3 days, but
Yes, you can.
You can use game
Oh, there you
fish.
go. You can use game
You can't
fish.
catch game fish in your net and use it.
Right.
That's what it is. Okay, so we got it. You can use game fish.
You
to
can
hold me
use
to it again.
yellowtail,
Yeah.
blue perch,
I think
lizard fish.
lobster logs, which are
White
a great
sea bass.
product, I think they use like leftover bluefin bits and pieces or something like that. They're fish processing, so I think they just kind of start keeping all that extra stuff. So
All right, very good. Michael Limon has a question.
What can you make with lobster? What are some dishes that you can make with lobster?
dude, there's so many,
lobster pasta,
Lobster
ceviche,
pasta,
ground,
ceviche,
Lobster
tacos.
cacciatore.
grilled lobster,
Yeah,
Lobster.
steak.
yeah.
My
you
favorite is lobster with hot dogs. Delicious.
can- That sounds disgusting.
Does that sound good?
That sounds terrible.
A little mustard on your
Lobster
I'm okay.
microwave.
Oh man, you don't know what you're missing.
I don't. I'm happy I don't know.
Little
that.
peanut butter on your lobster.
Little peanut butter on the
man.
lobster.
Oh, no,
Woo-hoo.
dude. I'm good on that one.
All right, Michael, how's that? That do it for you?
Good.
All right, thank you, Michael. Halibut Man wants to know, I'm sorry, Michael Schmidt says you ever use mussels for bait?
I've never
Never
used mussels.
tried that.
Yeah, I've never used it. It might work. I mean, mussels are really good bait for fish.
I
so-
think we should try it.
Yeah, let us know how you do.
Halibut Man sitting right here says, does ProMar make other lobster hoops besides the ambush series?
Technically, so we have the lay flats, which are kind of outdated, but people still use them and they work really well still. So if you guys are looking for a less expensive alternative to get into it, try the lay flats. I believe that's any 102Js and any 102As. Try them out. Look, that's how most people started hooping, was on the lay flats, and we all had success on it, and that's why it's grown to be where it's at now. So obviously it worked before, it's still going to keep working. It's like when you use like I don't know, like an old topwater walking bait, you know what I mean? Like that thing has worked for years, or cedar plugs have worked for years. They don't stop working. They just keep working. So we have those. We also at one point manufactured the Eclipse, were the collapsible ones. We no longer make those, but you might still see them out there, and you might, be like, "What is that?" That's actually a ProMar net. So
All right, perfect. Very good. Is it better to go, Bowline Outdoors wants to know, better to go in the early season for lobster or later in the year?
Well, so far this year, it seems like the season's starting to be strong.
It started out good.
It started strong, so we got to see what's going on as the season goes on. But
I have my
I think it's going to be a good season so far.
It's good to go whenever you have time. It's good at the beginning of the season. It's good at the middle of the season. It's good at the end of the season. I said this on the last show. My greatest success during last season was at the end of the season. My greatest success on the previous season before that was at the end of the season. So get out there, hit the water. The best time to go is when you have time. That's the real answer. But you know, if you're guys are trying to find out when it's really better, I think it's better towards the end of the season. But
Chuck Zimmer from Z Custom Rods wants to know what sizes on the GT4 fluorocarbon do you have?
oh,
what
yeah.
pound?
Yeah, everything from 15 pound all the way up to 80 pound on the spools. And then when we get into the wind-on leaders, it's from, I believe, 30 pounds all the way up to 300 on the
300.
fluorocarbon.
Oh, wow.
And then 50 pound all the way up to 400 on the
monofilament.
Yeah.
All right, Darren is back again with another question. He's had several questions tonight. Darren, thank you. Brian, what are your smallest Ikaira jigs? I lost 2 at the artificial reefs on Saturday.
We have the 15 grams. Those are going to be the smallest. It depends on the depth that you're fishing and what you're trying to target. The 15 gram Ikaras are the newest releases. We had the 15 gram, the 130s, and the 170s. Those guys kill it. Those are super fun to use. If you guys haven't tried slow pitching, try it out. It's like my favorite way to fish nowadays. So.
Excellent. Bowline says lots of lobster at San Clemente Island, and it is legal.
That
There
right
you
there,
go.
that's Justin Bottrell. That's the captain I was telling you guys that caught 400 lobsters. So send him a message. Harass him for the spots, please. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. He's going to hate me. But no, if he's saying it's legal and that there's lots of lobster, I 100% trust him.
Thank
So,
you, Justin.
Yes.
Appreciate that very much. Chuck Zimmer, do you still need the Go ID on your buoy?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. You still need it. You're going to need it. Make sure that you have it on there. And make sure that if you borrow somebody else's or you lend yours to somebody else, that somebody on that vessel has their Go ID written on there.
All right, the dog chimes in. You know the dog. I'm introducing you all these new people.
I
That's
really
the
am.
dog right there, and that dog don't have fleas. That dog will kick your you know what if you accuse him of that. He says the show is epic. So much information.
Yeah.
Hey, you can't win the raffle no matter how nice you are. Yeah, that's right. He can win, right?
He's a winner anyway.
He's in, man. Lisa says, "Thank you, ProMar and Phil. Don't forget my shark head."
Oh, that's right. You promised her.
Did
on
I?
that.
Oh, Lisa. I forget. Did I?
have 'em.
Oh, that's right. We looked in Rosarito. The girls, the Jimelas, the twins, didn't have any, so we'll keep that in mind. Darren is back. What is Darren drinking
Yes.
tonight? I've asked 10 questions, none read yet for Brian. Haven't I asked you like
Yeah,
563,000 questions?
He's asked a lot.
Darren, no more tequila. Go to sleep. Robin asks, chicken drumsticks. They work.
I was just talking to somebody the other day. They had a lot of luck for crab. I've never used them for lobster, but if you're going crabbing, you might have some good luck with them.
All right, excellent. Lisa says, can ProMar make child size gloves? Our kids' hands don't fit the small lady size.
I would love to say yes. I can't guarantee it. I don't imagine it doing really well, just because there's not a whole lot of kids that are handling them. We do make some really cool stuff though for the kids. We have these little crab grabbers, and they're these metal tongs that are used to hold crab, and they work really well for lobster too. So if you guys want to have your kids messing around with the lobsters, I recommend those. Lisa, you could just send me a text message or give me a call at the office. Just let me know, and I'll help you out with that.
What are we raffling off tonight? And that is at the end of the show. It's random. If you've left a comment, you're in the raffle.
Yes, you have a chance to win a ProMar hat, ProMar sweater, ProMar shirt, ProMar gloves, and a lobster gauge. Over $120 worth of value, so make sure you guys are staying tuned. We got 3 winners today, so make sure that you guys are watching and keep tuned so you guys have a chance to win.
All right, excellent. Darren is asking some previously asked questions, but since he thinks we're ignoring him, I'll ask it again. Brian, does Sharpie stay on the reflective tape?
Yes, I'm not sure. That was the answer from before.
I know. All right, there you are, Darren. You want me to ask him one more time? Repeat that answer one more time for Darren.
No, Darren, I'm really not sure. I
I'm
would
messing with you,
imagine
man.
so, but I also feel like the slipperiness might make it fade off quicker.
Salty Rod 365. Microwave the lobster legs. Easy
Yeah.
way to pop the meat out. A man after my own heart.
Yeah,
Love it,
that's-
Salty Rod.
That's a Phil thing.
And Lisa says, hey, we got boys, and they're not all that keen on pink. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we got the blue one.
I got
They'll
you there,
throw into
Lisa.
them.
All right, Bowline Outdoors. Justin's back with us again. Justin, you are the man. Tons of people watching because of great participation from Justin and all you folks out there. I caught a lobster one time.
Yeah, one
and I
time.
smoked it for 45 minutes. That's the best.
I smoke my lobsters too, Justin. I'm pretty sure I got that idea from you. He's caught a lobster more than one time. I'm telling you, he caught 400 this past Saturday. This dude, he's too modest. Trust me.
Justin, way to go. Lisa says, and she's absolutely right, she loves lobster chowder and bisque. They have good lobster bisque right up here. Upstairs. Really good.
Me and Renee eat
Yeah,
it all the
we
time.
ate there all the
So
time.
you guys know. You ever
Yeah.
have it?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I've never had. Oh, I've had their chowder, but
lobster
not the,
bisque.
Yeah, I've never had their lobster. Oh no, I have had the lobster.
Yeah, I've
bisque.
had the lobster bisque.
Lisa says she makes the best lobster mac and cheese. Lisa, stop. We're gonna.
Well,
what's your
well,
address?
She still owes me a recipe.
She. It's funny. She's
All about the cheese, baby.
Yeah.
She says.
She's awesome. I went on a trip with her one time, and she brought so many snacks for the whole boat. I mean, there was excess snacks. We were all snacking the entire time, like 5 people, and there was still leftovers. It was crazy.
All right. Darren says, believe it or not, I've never heard this before. Lobster legs for pasta.
Oh yeah,
sauce.
lobster popcorn.
That's a new one on me. Wow.
I've never heard
Thank
that
you,
one.
Darren.
Popcorn lobster.
Lisa, thank you, Renee. Brett Enter, who is a new Friedman Adventures sponsor, Pelican Roofs for all your roofing needs.
There you go.
PelicanRoofs.com. Brett, welcome to Friedman Adventures. We love you. He says that attractant absolutely doesn't work, and it does completely screw up your boat dock and is incredibly slippery.
Yes. So,
Yes.
as Renee mentioned earlier, it's going to make your deck super slippery, and we've never had success with it personally. So,
All right, Brett, thank you. Welcome once again, PelicanRoofs.com. Make sure you check him out today. If you need any help with your roof, you will be able to get it with our dear friend Brett. All right.
rain season's coming, so it's a good
Yeah,
time.
right, exactly. Salty Rods 365. To all, what's one trick or secret that makes the biggest difference in your success? Beautiful question.
That's a great question. I don't know. So, I'll say mine, Renee. You could say yours after. For me, I don't fill the bait tubes up all the way to the brim because I truly believe that if you overpack it, it's just gonna it's just gonna skim the surface of it, and then it's not gonna penetrate to the middle. And I think that if you leave enough room for the current and the water to flow through it, it allows for all of your bait to be used. It allows for a stronger scent trail to be created, and it allows it to be carried on in a longer, at a much further pace. So that's my thing to success. Renee, I don't know what yours is, but I mean, we hoop together. so I don't know.
Yeah, mine is fresh bait. But
Yeah.
when you're smashing it up, don't smash it in a slurry. Just smash it so it's kind of chunky. Don't fill it up all the way,
Yeah.
like Brian said, because we want that scent to just drift
And it's important.
out.
We both said bait, so that's a good thing. Make sure you're using quality, good bait,
fresh
and you're
bait.
packing it properly. So,
Have your skipper find the structure.
yeah.
You find the structure, you'll find your lobster.
I don't know what other secrets. I feel like those two things are pretty well. Maybe not secrets, but I don't know. What's a good secret?
I don't know. You guys are the lobster guys.
It's a secret.
It's a secret.
It's
yeah.
a secret.
It's a secret.
Yeah, right, Mitchell? It's
If
a
you
secret.
go, just have fun.
Yeah.
That's the best
That's
secret
the
I can tell you.
secret.
That's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
secret.
Have
fun.
fun.
Yeah.
Take your kids. You'll catch stuff that not lobsters, but you can still teach them what they are.
Well, I want to say one funny story to touch base on that. We went out together. We took his grandkid. Oh my God! So we took his grandson Noah, and Noah's like he's funny.
How
right?
old is Noah?
How old is Noah?
Noah is 13.
13. So we take him out. He caught the biggest lobster of the night. The biggest lobster he's ever caught. It was about almost 8 pounder, pretty much. And he's hooping it. He's pulling it up. I'm sure Renee's gonna pull the picture up right now. So we're going, and I'm helping him up, and he brings it. His eyes wide open, right? And he was yelling, and that really made the night for the both of us. We really didn't catch a whole lot of lobsters that night. I think we only caught like 6 for the whole night.
We got
about 6
or 8
for the
or
whole
something like
night. But that one, just seeing him get so excited about it was the most fun thing. But then another story on the same night, like Renee said, you don't know what you're going to bring up. We brought an octopus up, and he wanted to hold it, and it started to crawl on him.
Oh, cool.
And he yelled so high pitched. Yeah,
That's
he
funny.
was terrified.
Poor kid. He's listening to this now.
Yeah, he's probably
Toy
gonna,
train him.
He's probably going to listen to it.
All right,
You
very
find out
good.
there's a lobster.
There it
right
is.
there.
All right, well, let's show it up to our folks out there. The dog. There he is.
Holy,
The dog. Look at that.
That's Noah.
That's Noah. That's
How
his
big is that
grandkid.
one?
That was
was
about
almost-
8 pounds.
almost 8 pounds.
Almost 8 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
Yep. That's Noah.
Man, that's great. Nothing like sharing the experience with
Yeah,
family,
yeah.
right?
Oh, and here's the octopus.
Oh, that's
Oh,
the
the
photo
octopus.
before he started
You got to
to
show
freak
the
out.
Here
octopus.
comes the lobster man or the halibut man.
Yeah, the howler.
Yeah, whatever it is. Getting mixed up here. All right, good stuff. All right, moving on to more questions. Darren says, finally. Finally, they asked
finally
one
got
of
to
my
your
367,000 questions.
I hope he wins.
Finally, I do too. Gotcha, I'm looking forward to it, says Salty Rods. Dinks wants to know the biggest lobster you ever caught. Renee?
Mine was what, 6.5 pounds?
Yeah,
Brian
mine was-
caught one that was almost 9 pounds.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I got a picture of that one too.
Yeah.
Bowline Outdoors, which is Justin Boutrell, said, I heard a Sharpie, then spray with clear coat, and it stays on for the
Yeah.
season.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's a great way to do it. That's a great way to do it.
Darren says, thank you. Great advice there. Salty Rod 365. What's the craziest or unusual thing you pulled up in a net?
A shark.
Shark. You know what kind it was?
No, it was a horn shark, I think. Is
Oh,
what it's
okay.
called. Yeah, yeah.
Anything crazy with you?
No, just those octopus, those little freaky octopuses.
Yeah, you want to be careful. One thing you do get kind of often is stingrays, and you had a question.
Yes.
Michael Limon
Stingrays.
got a question.
Yes, he
Michael
does.
Limon.
Man, lobster man caught 2 sculpin in it.
There you
Michael
go,
Limon
sculpin.
caught 2 sculpin.
Actually,
Can you
know
keep them?
what? No, you cannot.
You cannot.
You cannot keep them.
Did you keep them?
No.
No, we did
There you
not.
go.
Wink, wink. Look at these crooks. No, we're not advocating that. I'm just
Yeah.
joking around a
Yeah.
little
I got that moray eel on Friday.
bit. More?
Yeah,
you
all right,
should.
yeah,
Giant
yeah.
moray eel,
Yeah.
There you are.
Oh, yeah, that's a crazy one, too. I've
Yeah.
not caught one, but it's possible.
Chivo says, try Relief Band for you.
Yeah.
I've let people use mine and they stop getting sick in 10 minutes.
I got to try it out for sure. I think somebody mentioned that last time, and I've been kind of looking around. To be honest, the season's kind of slowing down for me, so it's all lobster from here on out. I'm probably not going to get seasick until early March. So
Luck Tran says, what are the items up for the raffle tonight? What are these guys
Oh, yeah.
fighting over tonight?
So you guys are going to get a ProMar hat, ProMar sweater, ProMar shirt, and we're going to have some gloves and a lobster gauge for you guys to get out there, get dirty, and have some cool ProMar swag on you while you do it.
Steve Bermudez wants me to tell the La Bufadora lobster trap story. So
Oh.
recently, I was down in Mexico. We were coming back from a yellowfin tuna trip.
Okay.
The guy pointed his bow toward La Bufadora, the blowhole.
Okay.
Famous blowhole near, out there on Punta And so we go in there, and I go, are you gonna get really close? He goes, yeah. And I'm looking up, I go, yeah, because I've seen it. Like, I've been up there with all those tourists.
Yeah.
But here, this is such a cool vantage point, and we get in there. He puts his nose in there.
Yeah.
The engine stops.
Oh, my God.
And so I turn around with a smile, like, yeah. And he was panicked. He was like flipping out. And so I'm like, oh shit, we're in. And so we have lobster traps wrapped up in our prop. So
Oh
now
my
this is not
God.
an easy fix.
No, that
this
is
is like
not,
you're
yeah.
unwrapping, cutting.
Yeah.
We found a couple of oars, thank
Yeah.
God. My wife's immigration attorney
Yeah.
was on the boat. He's like 89.
Oh, my God.
So he's like, oh my God, and I go, George, put a life jacket on, everything's gonna be fine. Thinking to myself, I'm swimming right there when this thing gets blown up in this blowhole. Anyway, we rowed out, got an anchor down, got it out, and unfortunately for everybody, I survived. So that's why, thank you, Steve. I appreciate that.
That's something I kind of want to touch on is when you guys are going out fishing, especially when you guys are going outside of the harbor right now, even If it's during the day, keep an eye on the water because the commercial guys don't need to have any lights on their buoys. So if you're planning to be outside of the harbor, keep an eye on the water at all times. The last thing you guys want to do is get a propeller stuck in a trap or any kind of rope.
Yeah, if you do have your own boat, and I highly recommend have a mask and snorkel and fins and a wetsuit on board, just in case your prop gets fouled.
Yeah, and a
Because
good knife.
it's not fun, and you got to go under there and cut it out. I mean, an outboard is a little easier. You got inboard screws, that's not too fun.
Yeah.
So, got to have a little extra stuff there to be safe.
All right, guys, we have probably 30 more comments. So if you want to do short answers, it's okay with me. If you
Let's
don't,
do
I don't
it.
care.
Let's do it. Let's
For
do it.
therapy fishing, if I'm hooping off my boat in my marina slip, can I use 2 nets like from the pier, or does the floating boat and dock allow him to use the 5? Great show. Thank you for being here.
That is a wonderful question, and that is a question that I wouldn't feel comfortable answering, but I do think you should find out and let us know because I would like to know. Because there's times where we have hooped, and we'll drop a hoop net, not specifically with Renee, but some of the other people who I know that have boats, and we'll leave one, and then we'll go fish, and then we come back. I don't know. It's a good question.
Lisa says those pelagic gloves don't work compared to the ProMar non-slip gloves.
ProMar, I mean, we designed them for hooping. You know what I mean? For other stuff too, but hooping in mind. So
Lisa says she's booked up all the Justin strips for the rest of the year. That's it.
That's
no,
it.
she's serious. She's put JK, but she's not kidding.
Oh.
She's being
Yeah, I thought you were joking around, Lisa. Way to
No,
go.
Lisa does it.
She's
Yeah.
awesome,
She does
sounds
it.
like. I got to
Yeah.
meet you someday. Unless I already have. Who knows? How has lobster hooping changed over the years? That's a really good question by Salty.
That is a great question.
Yeah.
I've only been a part of it for so long, so I'm going to speak the history that was spoken to me. From what I understood, it wasn't a very popular thing. It started to gain more popularity, and initially was those lay flats, and then they developed into the eclipse style hoop nets, and then now we're at the conical style hoop nets, and who knows what's next? You know what I mean? And it's just a matter of really, what is it that we're going to be innovating for the future of hooping? And then also, you got to make sure that you're keeping up with the laws and regulations. That's why we're hooping the way we're hooping now. But that's why we're not using traps and leaving them out there for days at a time, like they do up in Northern California with the Dungeness crab.
Manila Ice Cream says, good evening. What's going on? Good to see you, Jason. Salty Rod said, a lot of great info being passed out tonight, Manila Ice Cream. Thanks to these
Yep.
2 gentlemen. Live free, die free, 7 a day, 7 in possession. That's 7 in possession until you eat them.
Yes, to my knowledge, that is how it works. I believe if you run into a fish and game warden and they want to, if you're a jerk to them and they want to be a jerk back, they can technically,
They can go to your house.
they can go to your house and probably check it. So
Lisa wants to know what the current standings now are for the ambush this season, and when's the first announcement going to be?
So the first announcement is going to be 2 weeks. I don't know it off the top of my head. Go to the ccacalifornia.org.com/ambush, and they have the dates where we're going to be announcing everything. So we get to see all the entries. We get to see all the people who are entered. But at the end of the day, we're not going to have any hand in who's going to win until the day comes in, and that's going to be handled by CCA.
Lisa wants to know, can you win if you measure with a different device?
So you want to make sure you're using a CCA device. We can mail you one, so just send me a message and we'll get one mailed to you if you don't have one. But I think we're going to have some leniency in there. You can reach out. We have a list of stores that have them in stock, so check out, again, the CCA website.
Quintine, who loves the show, begging for more, says, I'm checking out the website right now. Can you explain the ambush nets versus the jumbo nets? I'm sorry. Definitely a newbie. That's why we're here.
Yeah.
Quintin, don't be sorry on this stuff. Thank you guys for joining us tonight with all the knowledge. It's al contraire. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you for joining
Yeah,
us.
thank you
know
for
what I mean, number one, if
watching.
you're on the website, don't forget to use code FA 15% off.
Thank you.
For Friedman Adventures. Number 2 is the ambush hoop nets are conical, so that means that they have a slight angle to them and a wider base. And the reason that's beneficial is you need to have an ability for those lobsters, once you have them in the trap, to be able to escape that, right? And so the conical kind of keeps it where they're a little bit more, they're going to struggle to get out of it, right? So the ambush are the premier, our best ones that we have to offer. It's what everybody's using. It's the most up-to-date technology that we have right now. So I 100% recommend using them. The jumbo nets, those are the lay flats. Those are the ones that I told you earlier are still really solid to use. Again, that is how lobster hooping started. So if it started that way, again, you look at it in this sense. A cedar plug has worked for how many years? It hasn't stopped working. So those lay flats are still gonna work just as well. You just have the opportunity or the chance to have a more updated version. But if you want to get out there and hit the water, 100% buy them. Purchase them. I'll make sure if I see your order come in that I will take care of you with a couple extra goodies. Make sure to use code FA. And really, it's just about getting out on the water and having some fun.
Thank you so much, Quintin. It's so nice to have you with us.
Yeah.
Somebody was listening to Mitchell, who was on previously talking about how to fish if you don't, or how to hoop net if you don't have a boat. I'd listen, but he says, I'm going to be hitting Imperial Beach Pier for sure. Mitchell mentioned that as one of his go-to places back in the day. Mike Krinkovich loves lobster rolls, a classic New England snack.
Yes.
Absolutely. Quintin says, thanks for all the great info. I always thought I needed a boat to hoop net. I think a lot of people did. And thank you, Mitchell,
And
for dispelling that.
Yeah.
That's great stuff. Ricardo Concepcion says, thank you for all the great info, guys.
Yeah.
You
No
boys
problem.
are all right. So are you, Ricardo. Thank you so much. And Salty Rod is going to double check for sure. Mike Krinkovich, projectile vomiting, yikes, sounds really fun. But tip of the week, always check the born on date before consumption.
Well, they were born at least 7 years ago.
Yes, right. Mike's starting to get into Bloody Marys. I know him very well. Lobster spring rolls, lobster jumbo, lobster fried rice, says Salty Rod.
Lobster spring rolls.
Getting hungry.
That's one
sweet.
that I haven't tried. I'm going to try that one for sure.
Mike Krankovich wants to know, can you hoop net for shrimp? Saw a fun cooking show using them shrimps.
I have never... I don't even know if we get shrimp that common out here, but there is traps that we sell for shrimp, but that's usually for like Alaska and other areas where it's legal. I would double check again with the Department of Fish and Wildlife.
Louisiana.
But I wouldn't say that it's a very common thing to do out here.
9 o'clock, we're done. Okay, yeah, we'll make it.
Yeah,
we
it
got
will be done. Yeah.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Heck, if we go 3.5 hours, I'm in. Mike Krinkovich is back with us again, and he wants to know, can you braille for crustaceans? Use a net to catch crustaceans.
So the braille nets.
Don't
that
answer
is-
him.
yeah.
He's just, you're encouraging him.
Okay,
No,
okay.
go ahead.
So the braille nets, we don't sell anything like that. I don't have much knowledge on them, so either way, I wasn't really going to answer it.
Perfect. That's a good answer.
Yeah, there we go.
It's only Mike. Don't worry. Do you have a fun recipe for the butter to dip
Yes.
in after hooping up all them bugs?
Yes, I like rosemary. I like cayenne pepper in there. I put a little bit of garlic powder in there, and then I put some fresh garlic in there. I mix that all together, add a squeeze of lemon. Perfect. And I leave that all like still cold, and then I put it in the smoker so it picks up a smoky flavor altogether.
Delicious. Sounds
Yeah.
good. Steve Bugman Duncan. Do you know Steve?
I love
Yeah,
Steve.
Bugman.
Super great guy.
What's up, Bugman?
We need to hit it up. I was actually talking to him. I was interested in probably purchasing his old boat.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Steve, get down here. You got a little time to get to 22nd Street. Sell this guy a boat. He just wanted to say hello and happy lobster night.
Yes, sir.
I'm loving it. Richard says, I'm new to lobster fishing. What would you recommend I get to start via a boat? And you're going to put together something.
I'm going to put together something, but here's what I'm going to tell you. If you have somebody who can join you, grab yourself 10 ambush hoop nets. Since you're new, I would probably recommend sticking to the XLs because you're going to want to stay within the harbor for the most part. Grab yourself the bait cages, grab yourself your buoys, some line weights, some glow sticks. Again, grab the LED ones and you'll be perfectly fine. But those are going to be the main key things when you're going out there. Rope, bait cages, hoop nets, buoys, glow sticks, and line weights. That's whenever somebody tells me, hey, can you put together a package for me? I immediately start throwing all those things together. And you want to grab 5 if you're going to be there doing it by yourself, and you want to grab 10 if you're going to have a buddy there with you.
All right, good stuff. I don't know if we're ever going to get to the raffle. There's so many questions. You got to love it, though,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, there's a
I
lot.
mean, the enthusiasm here is absolutely awesome. All right. Quintin said he just sent Chuck Zimmer $10 to tell Phil never to microwave lobster again. You need to send me the $10. Screw Chuck Zimmer, Quintin. Maybe you're right. Susan Sosa, is it best to hoop at sundown or exactly what time?
I like to go about 30 minutes to an hour before sundown, drop my hoops, and then as soon as the sun is down, you can give it a couple more minutes. But yeah, you want to go right before the sun goes down, and you want to stay there for as long as you're comfortable.
Can you snare lobster with a rod and reel?
I am not sure,
No,
but I
that
don't
is
know. So.
illegal.
Yeah, okay, there you go. Yeah, there you go.
No, you cannot.
I've seen people catch them. I don't know what they do after that.
Mike Krinkovich, love my theme song, Rock Lobster. Yes, very good. Carl Black says, nice. Miracle Shaw. I can't see those emojis. Can you?
It looks like
A lobster?
a
Or
crab,
crab?
in a conch. There
Oh,
you go.
there you are. Steve Bugman says, I made lobster and shrimp cocktails for dinner tonight. Yum!
There you
There you
go.
go. I'm jealous.
Yeah,
I'm
that
jealous.
sounds good. Anyone tried lobster legs for bait?
Lobster logs.
Lobster logs, I'm sorry.
I have not personally tried them, but I will say this: they have gotten really good reviews, and they're awesome people. So check them out. I do recommend checking them out.
Lisa says, thank you, Phil, for a great show. Lisa, you're the one making it that way. Thank you for your great participation.
Yeah.
And
Love you,
here's-
Lisa.
Here's Darren. We never ask his questions. Lisa Lobster Mac and Cheese. Yes. Sorry, Phil, for the... hey, Darren, I'm messing with you,
Yeah,
man.
we're just kidding.
Totally
man.
messing
You know
with
you're
you.
cool, dude.
Yeah, don't worry about it, man. Just
Yeah.
having fun. You know, when you do like 12 hours a day of content, you got to have a little fun.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
you do.
so I'm just messing around. And keep the questions coming, my friend.
Yes.
Lisa, thank you, Renee and Brian. Yes, definitely. And Steve Bugman saying hi to Lisa. Lisa's the lobster queen. I will vote for that. Really kids who start. Let's see. We can kind of zoom by some of these.
Yeah, let's run
Yeah,
through.
right. Chivo says this is going on longer than Tackle Shop Confessions. Some of us got to get up and get on a boat in the morning. Yeah, I know. We're trying, Chivo.
We're trying to run through these questions. We don't want to leave anyone unanswered.
All right, and some of these guys are kind of chatting with each
Yeah.
other, so I'm just going to go by those. Definitely, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. Dave and the Octopus. I think we're okay here. Quintin, I want to go hooping with Lisa. She brings awesome snacks. Lisa, you got to
Yes.
come. Why doesn't Lisa come down for our show with us?
She lives pretty close to me.
Shoot, Lisa, come down for our next show. We'll let you know when it is.
We've carpooled to on a trip before, so.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Lisa loves the La Bufadora blowhole deal every 4th of July. She used to go down there, I'm thinking, right? Michael Schmidt, Relief Band. I preach to anyone who will listen. So that seems to work really
Yeah.
well on the seasickness. Robert Graber, the lay flats are great from the piers to bring up
Oh, yes.
halibut. Yes.
That is
thank you.
actually a
Yes.
big reason why we sell them. We sell them a lot here. We sell them a lot on the East Coast. When you're fishing from the piers and you have no way to bring up these legal size fish or just fish that you need to measure or you want to unhook properly, grab yourself one of those pier nets and you just pull it up and you can bring up the fish in there. I've seen people pull up a Goliath grouper in there. So
Right.
Great show, everybody. We really appreciate it. Let's keep it going. Alex says, what's up, Phil? I say, Alex, thank you so much for being here. Chuck Zimmer. For everyone, please make sure of your feet and lines on the deck.
Yes.
Stay out of the bite.
Yes, always make sure when you're throwing out your hoops and when you're pulling them in that you're keeping your line as organized as you can, and when you're tossing them out that your feet are nice and clear, because if you're trying to drop it on a very specific spot, it's going to drag a little bit and it's also dangerous for you as well.
Hit that thumbs up, asks our friend Salty Rod. Thank you so much. Lobster burritos are
That's a new one.
addicting. They are good.
Yeah.
Lobster spring rolls.
Yeah.
Darren, 100%. Jason Cutter. Hey, Phil, my father-in-law, Buzz, is in the town and watching. He's headed to Hawaii and will fish there. Can you wish him luck and give him a shout-out? Of course, Buzz. We send you all
Go
our
get
very,
him,
very
Buzz.
best from
Let's go.
Friedman
Hook him
Adventures,
up, buddy.
from the Lobster Chronicles, from ProMar Ahi.
Yeah.
Man, we wish you the very, very best. Have a great trip. And Jason, thanks for the opportunity to do that. Really appreciate that. Mike Shaw, what are the deep mono squid nets going to be in your stores?
So we have them online already. That's going to be the NE115M, and that's going to be for pulling up squid and other bait. So if you guys want to pick them up on ProMar-Ahi.com, make sure you use code FA for Friedman Adventures and get 15% off your orders. Stores do carry them. I believe Turner's carries them. So if you're close to a Turner's, you can ask them and they should have one.
Yeah, originally Brian wanted to make my code FO, but I wasn't going for it. FA, everybody. All right. Oh, you were just talking to me, right?
Yeah, I
you
was
told
just
me to
telling
FO.
you, yeah.
Got it. All right, good stuff. Darren says, how about with that Thai peanut sauce? Delicious.
Yes. I love spring rolls. They're
Mike
one of my
Shaw
favorite
says,
things.
when?
I don't know.
I don't either. Darren says, good luck. Papa Cutter, yeah, absolutely. Daphne, this here, we love Daphne. She's fantastic. Evening.
Daphne.
Just tuned in. I'm glad I can catch some of this. We're glad to have you,
Yeah.
Daphne, with us. Lisa says, oh, for butter lemon, salted butter, minced and paprika, add pink salt if desired.
Yeah.
Himalayan
that's a good
salt.
one right there.
Delicious. Garlic, fresh or powdered.
I like adding. I love garlic, so
I
I,
do
add a
too.
little bit
Fresh.
of both.
Steve Bugman Duncan says, I took the boat out to Catalina Island Saturday and pulled in some nice bugs. It's ready for you, Brian. Thanks, guys.
Yes, sir. I got to text him back.
Lisa says, Bugman, let buddy boat one day too. Let's buddy boat one day too with Renee and Darren. That sounds like fun to me. Man, can you believe how many questions we're having here today?
Yeah, we had a
This is
lot of
awesome.
fun.
We're-
Yeah.
This
We're
is great.
running.
Man, we love you guys. Renee, thanks for being here. We're not done. We got some more to go here. So let's go to Moose. And for the first time lobster hooping, is it best to go outside of the harbor
No.
or stay inside?
Stay
Stay
inside.
inside the harbor. Number one, it's just easier for you to control your boat. It's easier for you to learn, how to keep an eye on what your surroundings are, because when you're outside of the harbor, you're dealing with more surge, more current, more tidal movement. So you just want to make sure that you're keeping it as safe and as easy as possible for you to do. Do your first few trips inside of the harbor. There's plenty of bugs in the harbor. There's plenty of successful people that have only been in the harbor. So just keep it there for a while until you feel comfortable, and then go hit the island, and then experiment however you want to experiment.
Quinn, go ahead.
The commercial guys are on the outside of the harbor
And you
there,
don't wanna compete
and
with
you
them.
don't want to be anywhere near their stuff.
Yeah.
You're not going to see them when you're driving at night. You want to get prop fouled. Stay inside the harbor. There's plenty of structure in there.
Yeah.
Plenty of good stuff.
Yeah.
Quintine says, thank you guys for the show tonight. Just a last thank you. You guys to get out of here. So you guys can get out of there. Right. Quintine, thank you. We're enjoying
appreciate
this.
it, yeah.
How do you read this guy's name here? You read. I'm a moron when it comes to PB.
PB Manseg K. PB Manseg K.
Well, PB, I'll just.
Yeah,
he
we'll
says,
abbreviate
great
it.
show, guys. And to you, we say thank you so very much
yeah.
for being here. Really appreciate it. Darren says, rock crab is good bycatch. Nice
Yes.
claws. True.
Yes. A lot of people just throw them back out. Obviously, you want to make sure they're legal size too, but I believe you're allowed like 32 or something like that.
Yeah, 32.
Yeah.
Israel de la Cruz, who had a great trip with his son on board the Highliner Israel. It was great to see that. Are you guys big fans of lobster butter guts?
I have heard some people have some good success and they'll put like rice in there and stuff. I've never tried it myself. Like I said, I usually just eat the tail, but I know some people who really, really enjoy it.
Mustard.
Man,
The
I'm
mustard,
telling-
yeah.
Yeah, not me.
These lobster people are really enthusiastic about this.
Oh,
I love
dude,
this.
Lobster is like
great.
the most fun.
I know, man. It's good. I'm kind of going over some of these if you guys are talking to yourself. Steve Bermudez wants to know, does ProMar still sell lead center rope?
Yes,
Yep.
yes, we do. So if you guys need to grab some lead core rope, it's called lead core rope. You're going to find it on our website, and we have it up to spools of 1,200 and as little as spools of 100 feet.
All right. Oh, Michael and Mo, we're going to strangle you. What do you want? I'm kidding. Hey, Michael is a question.
When I'm walking around in the office, I'll see these kind of like glow sticks for the traps.
Yeah.
Will that have like some type of effect on it?
So,
So-
Michael's, go ahead and repeat his question.
Yeah, so he was asking if, those glow sticks that they sell here are going to have any kind of effect. I don't like any light in my traps. That's number one. I try to keep them as dark as possible. Lobsters don't like light, and if you have light there, they're going to want to avoid it. That's just number one. The only glow sticks you should be using are the ones that are going to be on the top of your buoy for you to signal to other boaters as well as yourself where your traps are. And remember, you guys want to be using those LED ones. Stop using the chemical glow sticks. Let's start moving away from, as much waste as we can.
Excellent. We love it. Excellent. Daphne says, yeah, lobster, guys, is all right. Most of my family love lobster. We're Asian. That's a given.
Yeah, well, lobster all in general is a given. I mean, who doesn't love lobster? Number one, but number two, the best dish I've ever had with lobster is it's this place. It's called it's in Puente Hills, and they have like this. It's an Asian restaurant, Chinese restaurant, and they serve it up. They do like garlic noodles with like fried lobster on there, and
Yeah.
they chunk it up, and it's so good. So good.
Lots of people watching, tons of questions. We're going to get to the raffle when we
Yes.
get to the end of the questions, but keep them coming. We're loving it. Salty Rod 365 lobster zarandeado, so tasty. I've had that. I've had fish cooked that way actually in Sinaloa.
What is that in the other?
So they take the fish and they open it all up, and there's just a myriad of different like onions and tomatoes and just all of this.
Stuff it and
I had
cook
it
it.
down in
So
Culiacan in
good.
Sinaloa. It's so good.
I gotta try that out. I've never had that, but I just learned something new today, Salty Rod.
You know, we were warned when we were down there in Sinaloa that
Yeah.
don't go out after night.
Yeah.
So guess where I was at midnight? They're eating tacos, man, with the locals. Yeah. So don't
Lobster
listen to that
pokies.
nonsense.
Gotta have lobster pokies.
All right, yeah, zarandeado is so good. Daphne, not sure if anybody's brought this up yet. Do lobster crawl better when it's a full moon or near the full moon?
That is a great question, and to be honest with you, they're gonna crawl when they're gonna crawl. That's the simple answer. The harder answer is people are gonna say, oh, when the full moon is out, there's more light, so they're gonna be less inclined to move. You want to really just pay attention. Go out there and experiment on your own, and find your own. Realistically, find your own tips and tricks, because some people I know are like, oh, I love lobster hooping during the full moon. The tide's moving, the water's moving, the current's up, everything's good. And then I have people who is like, no, the full moon makes it too bright. Nothing's gonna crawl. You're not gonna catch any lobsters. I've never really paid attention to it, because I mean, me and Renee, we try to go out whenever we can. Obviously, I work a full-time job. He works on the docks. So whenever we have the time, we try to go out there. It's just about having fun. The one thing I can tell people is, while it's good to have all those little bits of information, stop thinking so much and just go out there and have fun.
Michael Emo with another question.
Since I asked the question, will I be able to will I be
Enter to win.
Yeah, is he in
Yes.
the raffle? Michael Lemone's in the
You're
raffle.
in the raffle.
Yeah, is that? Oh, no wonder you're. All right, but you only have to ask one question to be in the raffle, so stop. I'm gonna have Grandpa
You're only
kill you.
007 now.
I'm only kidding, Michael. I'm only kidding. All right, let's get back to our questions because we still have plenty. Steve Bugman Duncan says, hey, I need some more of your gauges, man. We had 5 people.
Yeah.
Or we're going to have 5 people on the boat or something like that. Moose says, what is the raffle all about? So, Moose, if you've asked a question, and you have,
Yeah.
you don't have to ask another one. Just kidding.
Okay.
Just kidding. What can they win tonight?
So here's the thing. As long as you're asking a question, but you have to stay to the very end.
Yes.
We're going to be giving away ProMar hat, ProMar shirt, ProMar sweater, ProMar gloves, and a ProMar lobster gauge, which is over $120 worth of value. So I'm going to send you guys a message at the end, or we're going to try to get a winner. Whoever the winner is, you're going to send us your email. I'm going to email you from my email, and then we're just going to get you set up.
Oh my God, there's like 6 questions left. I mean, what a shame. The show is coming to an end. Damn. Hey, we're 2 hours into this thing, man.
Yeah.
We haven't lost anybody. Everybody's sticking with us.
Yeah.
We love you guys.
Thank you.
Lisa says, Renee, old timers are so knowledgeable. Well,
Hey, we got the
you and I
experience,
got a lot of
baby. We
knowledge,
got
right?
it. This guy is a wealth, a plethora of knowledge. This
I
guy
love
right
this
here.
guy right here, man.
This guy's the best.
Love this guy right here. This guy's good too, man.
We're
We're
treating
having
Sugar
way
Bear
too
good.
much fun here. Daphne
Get a
says,
room.
Daphne said, meant to put guts, not guys, in my previous comment.
Oh,
Go
okay.
ahead and go
okay.
back to her previous, let's see.
I don't remember.
Yeah, lobster guts
Oh, taste. There we
is
go.
all right. Oh, their family loves it.
Oh, okay.
gotcha.
Oh, okay.
No. I think, yeah, well, I don't want to even get into what I was thinking. All right, Lisa says, I'll come by and do a show with you. You can bring anybody you want. Absolutely, man. We got a studio audience here that's
Yeah, we have a
incredible
lot of people
tonight.
here, yeah.
We don't have enough seats for the 2 people that are here. Let me tell you. That's because we're cheap and don't have any seats. No. Yeah, Lisa, bring anybody you like. Lisa's going to bring lobster lunch. Lisa,
Yes.
bring anybody you want. Absolutely. Man, how about tonight? You know? We'll wait here for you. Steve Bermudez, can kids under 16 fish for lobster? And what do they need to make can kids under 16
I think he asked
fish
it
for
twice.
lobster? And what do, oh, he's just repeating it.
Yeah. So the one thing you want to make sure, if they're over the age of 15, you want to make sure that they have a fishing license and that they have their lobster report card. Even if they are under the age of 15, they still need a lobster report card, even if they do not need a fishing license. Every single person who goes hooping needs a lobster report card. Not every single person who goes hooping needs a lobster license, as long as they are of age to not require one.
You know, honestly, one thing I'm liking about tonight's show is that
Yeah.
we're getting these kind of questions.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I've never done this. Well,
Yeah.
those are the people that you really want.
No,
you know?
and that's the thing, is we want to make this as accessible to everyone. I feel like a lot of the time in the lobster community, it's like, well, if you don't know, I'm not going to help you, because there's such highly sought after bugs and things in the ocean. Like, dude, just go out there, share as much information as you can. There's plenty of lobsters out in the ocean. Just share the information. That's what we're here for. ProMar tries to make it as easy as possible for you guys, and I'm here to answer all the questions you guys can have. That's why we have so many different people that we work with, like Phil, to be able to access all of you guys, to be able to share all of the information that we can.
Hey, Darren, I just want to say, I'm jumping ahead. I see your comment. You're saying good night. See you all soon. Don't go anywhere, man.
Oh, yeah,
You have
you
to
don't-
be here to win the raffle.
If you get called,
We're about 5 minutes away, I'd say.
yeah, we'll do it pretty much as we reach the end here. We're
Yeah,
just gonna
So
cut it
Darren,
off.
hang in there just a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hot Sauce says, if you had a choice, would you use only fish or chicken?
Oily fish. or
Oily
chicken?
fish or chicken?
Oily fish.
Sorry.
Oily fish. Oily fish.
Thank God somebody can read English
Yeah,
here.
Yeah, oily fish all the time, like I said, and it's something that was really brought up to me by Mike that I never really thought about, but you want to be able to use a natural forage that they're using. Chicken's not natural forage for these lobsters.
Chivo Robledo, a lobster hoop starter kit would be nice. Hoop,
Yes.
bait tube, lead light, gloves, buoy.
Yeah, we'll put that together. We're going to get that set up here soon. And
It's going to be called the Phil Friedman Special.
Yeah,
No, it's not.
We can.
Oh,
We can. I can name it whatever I
the
want.
Phil
Set it up.
Friedman Special.
Yeah.
Set it up.
Woo!
I remember-
the Bugman.
Code FA for 15%.
Code
off.
FA, baby.
Yeah.
All right, Pacific Outdoor Adventures. This is a great question. Now, I like this. Can Michael Limon hoop net from the docks? Would be cool to see him bring a lobster in to the next Lobster Chronicles.
Yeah.
Like with Fish during the DK show, the Eddie Cadota show.
Yeah.
Can he do that?
Yeah, let's do it, dude. I'll bring a hoop net so we can have her set up.
Oh, well, now I'm totally in. This is going to be so much fun. We're going to have an over and under of 2 or 3 lobster.
Yeah.
Man, this is going to be fun.
This is
Dude,
gonna be a fun
that's
trip.
such a great suggestion. Thank you.
Yeah.
I love it. PB says, not sure if this was asked. Where'd I go here? Oh, yeah. But will a saltwater fishing license count for lobster?
Yes, you need the saltwater fishing license, but you also need a secondary
ticket.
license. A second lobster ID, which is the lobster report card, and you need to have that on you. So you need both. You can't just have one or the other. You need both, unless you're under the age of 15, in which
15.
case you only need the lobster card.
Isaac wants to know where you can get a lobster report card. Daphne says she gets it at Big Five. I think anywhere you can buy a fishing license.
Anywhere you can
buy
get a fishing license.
Yeah, except for the app. Don't do it on the app, because then they have to mail it to you and you're going to have to wait long. If you're going to go that night, make sure you go purchase it at a store. If you go to 22nd Street, they sell them here. I purchased mine here. So.
All right, very good. Live free, die free. Just remember to fill out the report card and send it in at the end of the season.
Yes.
Yes.
We send out a reminder, but you want to make sure to do that because it is a $21.60 fee if you don't. And I mean, it's an $11
Ticket.
lobster card, so you're paying over double the amount just because you didn't want to turn it in at the end of the season.
Because you forgot.
Because you forgot. Yeah.
Robert Graver says, old guys rule. Robert, I'll see you up in Ventura, California,
Yeah.
Wednesday night for a spectacular presentation. Oh, wait a minute. No, I'm speaking. It won't be that. It'll be kind of okay. We'll see you up there, Robert, for sure. Lisa says, don't go, Darren. He's hanging in till the very end, which is exactly what we want. Lisa says, starter kit, huge, to which I completely agree. Darren's still here. Quintine, yep, a starter kit would be great. Miracle Shaw, does the canned fish with holes in the lid work?
And it's kind of like the same thing with cat food. Like, you could probably use it. Is it going to have some success? It's going to release oils. There's a lot of fattiness in there. So I won't say that it's not going to attract something. The question is it going to attract lobsters? And so you want to attract lobsters. You don't want to attract anything else.
All right, Quintine says, check out the website, everybody. All sorts of good stuff there. And remember to put in FA.
FA.
Code FA. I forgot. I was like, what is
FA
it?
15.
Code FA for 15% off. Not FA 15, just code FA. Yeah.
And Lisa says, hey, Phil, are you doing your own monster lobster hoop off this year or maybe next? Don't tempt me with a good time, Lisa.
That would
if I
be
could pull
fun.
it together this year, I would. Probably next, but
I think what we can do is keep doing this, build
Yeah.
up some hype, and
Yeah.
then we'll next year put together a
There you
Phil
go.
Friedman
I'm in.
ProMar tournament.
that would be good. Hey, we're at the end of our questions. So we're going to the raffle now. Now, how are we doing?
All right. So we got
How many we
there's
have?
3 winners.
How many?
Just guess first.
We have how many different people?
Yeah,
43.
42.
40. That was pretty close. That was
42
Whoa.
people.
So there's
Wow.
there's 3 prizes. I'm gonna guess a number. Phil's gonna guess a number. Renee's gonna guess a number.
Perfect.
And then we'll do it like that.
All right.
Okay.
1 through 42.
All right, 1 through 42. I got my number. You go first.
Me?
No, we'll get Renee to go first.
All right.
32.
Ooh, okay.
So does 30?
Steve Bugman Duncan.
Steve!
Bugman
Steve-O!
Duncan.
Steve, I hope you're still here.
Now's your chance.
He's got to
All right.
say here in the comments.
You
Oh,
gotta say
Steve.
here.
Steve, you got 1 minute. Thank you very much, Mitchell. I forgot about that. Let's see. Live free, die free. I believe you can fill out
Oh,
your
here.
report card online.
I got it.
I can and grab that promo code. Says Lisa. Thank you, Lisa. Really appreciate it. Looking forward to having you in the studio with us. Looking forward to the lobster dinner too.
Yes.
Must admit.
Bring some
The
of that
goodies,
guacamole.
Lisa, the goodies.
Must admit.
Bring Steve.
Steve, you're running out of. I think Steve left.
He might
Which
have
means
left.
it might open up. Are you guys timing this?
Yeah, I got it. I'm got it.
Renee's
What do we got?
it. I don't
We
know.
got another 25 seconds here.
25 seconds.
I
Let me
should've
know when it's
texted
10
him.
and I'll count it down.
That was 32.
Uh-oh. No, he's still not here. Do you have to mail your card in at the end of the season? Yes, you
Yes,
do,
you do.
Isaac.
Can I say something on that?
Please.
You could actually turn in your card on the fishing game app.
You can
Yeah,
turn in your card on
online.
the fishing
And
game
it
app.
makes it easier, yeah.
It makes it a lot
Oh,
10
easier.
seconds.
there you go. Yeah, the
10,
app is awesome.
9, 8,
I texted him.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out of there! All right, now what? Do we do it?
Yeah, we got to do another
Just
number.
do another
All
one.
right, my turn or Renee?
It's still
No.
Renee. Oh, no,
Oh, there he is. He's late.
Oh.
You missed, Steve. I hate to tell you. You can't text, guys. That's not fair.
Missed it by that
What are you cheat for?
Well, he missed it
What
anyways.
if he has a delay?
I'm not making the call. Look, well, let's make it fair. We said 60 seconds. 60 seconds passed.
All right, 60 seconds.
Oh, Steve, I'm
He said,
sorry.
I'm still on. He didn't say here.
Daphne says he's here, but he was late. I don't know what to do. You make the call. Steve's gonna.
Now he's saying winner, winner.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry, Steve. I texted you, but you weren't here within 60 seconds, dude.
All right, there's the call.
That's the call.
Was
I'm
it my
sorry.
turn?
I'll take care of him another day.
Yeah,
anyways.
don't worry. He's
We
here.
got you covered, Steve.
I'll let the chat do
Why
it.
don't you
We-
get 4 prizes? Now that you texted the guy.
Look at it. They're going to go crazy on you if you don't give it to them.
Yeah, I know. Give it to.
All right, look.
No more
all right.
texting anybody.
All right, no more texting. There.
Yeah,
Look, we'll put it in the chat. Look, if we get at least 5 people to say give it to him, then we'll let him have it.
All
5.
right. Hey, no fair.
No, there he
You
got
got a
text.
tag.
You see?
He made it. There's one.
He made it.
There's 2. Got to give it to Steve. That's 2.
Give it to Steve.
We got Michael Lamone over here saying the same thing.
Well, Michael Lee wants us to throw him out, right? So he can win.
Get it.
There's 1,
One
2,
more.
3, 4.
A
We just
couple
did one
more.
We should have given it a timer too. I
Gotta
don't know.
give it to Steve. Give it. Okay,
Give
we're
it.
done.
All right.
Steve's
All right,
on.
Steve.
Oh, he said there was a delay. So. Well, sometimes there is actually a delay, though. You know,
Yeah.
we might have to give 2 minutes because Steve's right.
Yeah.
Steve, you win. All right, here we go. My turn.
Yes.
Guess what number I'm gonna pick?
I know.
All right, 23. Number 23, my favorite
Let's
number.
see.
Hold line out outdoors.
Oh, Justin.
We're gonna
Bertrand.
skip that one.
All right,
skip
we're
that
skipping
one.
that one.
Yeah,
Justin, sorry.
Justin's already
Justin,
sponsored
you know I
by
was
us.
thinking about you. Anyway.
Justin's already. He's not gonna want it anyway.
My next number, I will use my wife's birthday, which is May 19th. 19.
Dinks.
Dinks.
D-I-N-K-S.
Dinks.
Let's
Dinks.
start the timer.
1 minute. There's
8:07:08.
There's a 25 seconds. There's a 25-second delay. Dinks is here.
Oh, that was
Frickin'
quick.
Dinks. Dinks
Look at that.
A freaking delay.
So now, how are you gonna get him?
Dinks.
Dinks.
Are you giving a phone number? How you get?
No,
how's this guy getting in touch
no.
with you?
Send send us a message.
You can say this is a work in progress.
Send us a message. Send us a message. They can DM you, right?
Yeah. Can you DM him?
Or send us a message on ProMar Ahi, info@ProMar-Ahi.com.
Info@ProMar-Ahi. That's an email address?
Yes, info
Or
at
go what?
ProMar-Ahi.com. Send an email there. Remind me that you're the winner, Dinks and Steve Bugman Duncan. Send us both an email there, and we'll get you guys taken care
And
of.
Dinks, if you have any trouble, just reach me on the morning briefing and the live show tomorrow morning or whenever.
Yeah.
It'll be great. I'm still doing shows tomorrow. Oh my God, you guys are overworking me. Let me
All right,
tell
all
you.
right. Last number.
All right, we're good. We got one more. Oh yeah, it's your turn. Ricardo says he didn't say anything. He says thanks. Dinks is very appreciative.
No
Thank
problem,
you.
Dinks.
One more.
All right, last one, number 12.
Number 12.
Chiva.
Chivo Robledo.
Chivo,
Whom I
let's
know
see.
very, very well. Chivo. Let's
808.
see.
808.
Renee's. Darren. Yes for the bug.
Nine.
We got him, Darren. He's in, man.
808.28.
Congrats, everyone. Wait a minute. Don't go anywhere, everybody.
It might not be it, guys.
Hang on.
808.28.
Here we go. Hold on. Let me send him a text. Chivo, there's a 2-minute delay for us old guys. That's what it is. Chivo Robledo!
Oh, there he is.
Chivo, you know how to get in touch with Anthony or me or
There you go.
one of these guys, so we can do it. All right. Hey, another successful Lobster Chronicles.
Yes. But don't worry, guys. If you guys didn't win this time, there's going to be a chance next time.
Yeah, you're going to give away more stuff.
I got more stuff to give away. Look, I'm going to keep giving stuff away until they fire me, which might happen sooner than later at this rate. So we'll see.
All right.
ProMar-Ahi.
And ProMar Ahi, again, the website
Yes.
and how to purchase and get a 15% discount.
Yes, code FA at checkout. Make sure you guys are using code FA. That's going to get you guys 15% off of our website on every product that you guys want, not just lobster related stuff.
That is code FA.
FA.
Renee, thanks for being here.
Phil, thank
lot
you,
of fun,
buddy.
man.
I've had a blast.
Love
I had
you.
a blast.
Thank you. Brian,
Anytime.
I wish I could say the same.
great show, man.
No, thank you, dude. I appreciate it. guys.
Thanks, everybody. I'll see you for the morning briefing. I'll see you up in Ventura on Wednesday evening. And tomorrow, 4 p.m., right here, we're going to debut our 2-day trip on the Apollo. It is a 2-hour great show with a lot of bluefin tuna and tackle tips that you are going to love. Thanks for being here. Lobster Chronicles in the books for our second show. Thank you very
Episode
much.
number 2.